Testing, testing. did I just fuck? Did I just fuck my? Okay, good. I'm still setting up. Hold on, give you like 2 seconds. Just gotta send the link out. If anybody's still joining, I'm just hold on. I'm just setting it up. Hold on. I should post to Blue Sky too. All right. Let me know if the audio's like fucked up or something. I've got like a little chat overlay. I think I should be able to see it. So this is Sonic Adventure. I restarted my save file. I've also got retro achievements on. Hold on, I need to check if. I'm hearing myself. It's throwing me off. There we go. Why is this? There we go. Oh, hey Nikki. For some reason it is not showing the chat in my like overlay. I do not know what is up with that. Let me try and check something. Why is it not? Hold on. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open my my stream as a projector, and I'm just gonna use that as my video. I'm gonna have like a fucking a delay in my input, but it should be fine. Create output projector. Then I just full screen that, and then I just gotta do it like this. I've got a CRT display filter thing. I feel like the stream bitrate is crushing. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean, video delay? Yeah, it's 1440p. Here, let's try this. I cannot hear myself. No. I gotta. Why is this properties? I'm gonna try something.
Step aside, Amy! Out of my way!
He's my friend! He helped me! Don't hurt him!
Okay, whatever you say.
Here, I'm gonna try it. I'm just gonna change it from my game bar. Okay, yeah, if I change it from my game bar, that can... Because I can barely hear... I can barely hear my fucking voice. I'll do this. Oh. Okay, how's the balance? How's the balance now? I'll go to the title, the loudest shit title screen. That's a good benchmark. All right, how's this? At least I can hear myself. Kind of, it was blasting in my ears even when I was turning it down before. Nice. All right, hit the sweet spot. I've got retro achievements on right now, so I can, you'll see that pop up in like the bottom right hand corner every once in a while. File 1. I'm not gonna do it right now because it takes forever to fucking load, but there's like a fully functional internet browser that the, I guess the emulator has like a revival server.
Select a character.
Yeah, it's Flycast on RetroArch. I never looked at this. The instruction. What is this? Wonder what. It's the fucking it's the ending screen render sort of looking thing. Neat.
The rules for the action stages.
Oh, and it puts me straight into the game after. Nice.
Oh yeah! This is happening! Huh?
To use the nut, hold down the button until fully charged, then release. Press the nut button.
You are completely surrounded.
What's going on with that textures back there? Never seen that happen.
Lock on target, men. Ready? Fire! Oh no! Our weapons are useless! Retreat! All personnel, fall back!
Oh yeah! This could be fun!
Chaos 0. Oh yeah, this input delay is gonna fuck me up later. It's manageable right now. Like, jump. Yeah, it's not that bad.
Hey, I'll play with you some other time!
Like the
Come on, you big drip!
texture
Where you going?
for chaos. Come on, you big drip! I remember reading that they actually made Ryan Drummond like do these lines like really hammy and sort of like
You know nothing.
exaggerated on purpose.
The god of destruction.
Dude, Eggman looks fucked up in this game. Looks like Dan Henschel. He's got no eyebrows, and actually he doesn't have eyebrows anyway. He just looks fucked up.
Huh? What? Tails? Watch out! You're gonna crash! Ah! Tails! Now, what am I gonna do with you?
That reminds me, I was looking for like 2D like Yuakawa art, but Chaos Zero or any Chaos for that matter, they don't really have very many like official 2D drawings of him. It's just like the Sonic Battle drawing, and then there's like one Yuakawa drawing from Sonic's channel. And I think Oshima had like a drawing of Perfect Chaos. The rest of it's just like sketches or storyboards. Grab the spinning rings. Thanks, know-it-all. Don't worry if the view suddenly changes. It does that sometimes. Just keep moving in the direction you want. It may take a little time to get used to it, so keep trying. I like how they had to actually explain like moving like camera controls, because kid in the 90s, they're used to side scrollers. They see this and go, "What the fuck? What the fuck do I do? I'm going right. Why am I not going the way I want to go? What? Hey, baby. What's poppin'? What happened? I was swimming and I missed it." Just my luck. A monster appears, then a plane falls. I came here to relax. This is unbelievable. Plane crash over there at the beach. I hope the pilot's okay. Mr. Sonic, please, go see if you can save him. I like how everybody just knows who Sonic is. I guess he is the most famous hedgehog in the world. The Emerald Coast. Thrilling. Alright. Time to use my... I'm gonna do the skip if it kills me. There we go. If you're curled up when you go on those these fucking ramp things, you can just air dash. And sometimes if I had done it over there in that big ramp just now, I would have oh fuck, I killed myself. Oh, there we go. What the fuck was that? Sometimes you can like keep yourself from wasting time just floating in the air if you do it properly. It's really dangerous to spin dash during the orca thing, because it's really easy to accidentally get knocked down by something and then fall off. Let me get that one up. I guess it's pretty fortunate that that my Dreamcast broke. Oh yeah, I should probably mention this because I've only talked about it on Twitter. So I was originally playing Adventure 1 on a Dreamcast. I have like this Japanese Dreamcast I got in Japan, and of course I don't have any games for it because Dreamcast games are expensive as shit. So I just had like a bunch of like burned CD-ROMs because I've just got a ton of like blank CDs lying around my house for some reason. I think my dad used to burn music when he was younger. So anyway, for anybody in the future watching this, I had all my burned CDs, and I guess my disc drive is worn out because it won't play those burnt CDs like anymore. Like it could play like audio and just like I have like a copy of Space Channel 5 that works fine, even though it can't actually run because you need a boot disk to load it. Yeah, just burnt discs. Well, for a while they were just, I just had to keep like opening and closing the disk drive and hoping it worked. And then I tried it the other night. I just tried it for 2 hours and I just gave up. So I decided to mess around with emulation. Figured I'd set up retro achievements, and yeah, sorry that my roommate's outside the fucking room. What was I saying? Yeah, so I figured I might as well try and like stream. Oh yeah, sorry I didn't see your. Yeah, the Dreamcast is region locked. But if you have like a burnt disc, it can basically just skip the locking and just boot. Or you can just use like a cheat tool and boot it yourself. I tried using like this Codebreakers burn CD to play my Space Channel 5. Didn't work. I think I was just messing around with it too much. I'm gonna try and do this. But so yeah, anyway, disk drive's fucked. Figured I'd mess around with Dreamcast emulation. took a liking to it. I'm gonna play through it on PC. Gonna try and stream the whole thing. There's an achievement for the yes. Oh my god, yes. Let's see.
This is the Crystal Ring. This reduces the time needed to store power for the Lightspeed Dash.
Huh. I thought I had an achievement for that. Hold on. Oh yeah, I've got it. I don't know why I have hardcore marked on it. Yeah, this is retro achievements. What is achievements hardcore mode? I don't know what that means. Oh yeah, the cheat. That's the action replay. Code Junkies. Yeah, I had that as a kid. I was really disappointed that it wasn't the one that I had for the. It wasn't the same as the DS one, where you could. It was basically like a Sonic and Knuckles lock-on cartridge. Yeah. I had that. It was more of like a save editor. But I really liked the DS one I had. That you could just plug in and it would. You could. I think I played. I fucked around on my Pokemon White ROM, or not ROM, my Pokemon White game file, and I accidentally soft locked myself by walking through walls. I used the walk through walls code, and I went inside the cowboy guy Clay. I went inside Clay's like the area where you fight him in his gym. Because there's like a floating platform elevator thing you got to take down. I don't know why I'm gesturing. You can't see my hands. But I used the glitch and I went through it and I just got stuck with him. There was no way for me to get out, so I had to reset my entire save file. I want to try and. This is something. I feel like it's more common knowledge than when I found out about it, but fuck, God, I think I can just press the Y button. The Y button isn't mapped to the spin dash, but it's mapped to everything else that you use with the. Yeah, you can pick the monkey bombs up and throw them. Fuck those little monkeys. Coconuts deserved to be in the janitor closet. There, I said it. Oh yeah, I'm trying to do the B and C or the all three missions thing. Just gotta get 50 rings, that's pretty easy. In this level at least. I'm not gonna do it like right away for everything. I'm just gonna do it for Emerald Hill because I fucking love Emerald Hill. Emerald Hill, not Emerald Hill. That guy's. God damn it! No, I don't know if I'll be able to recover from. No, I've got like 20. I just gotta fucking go slow. But you gotta go fast. I could never take the lower route in that part. I would. It's too shameful. I'm better than that. I wonder if I can. I think there's probably a way to like skip that little airtime segment. Like when you're launched up, I could just like immediately hit the ground when I go up there. Do this. Jump on panel number 1. It will take you to panels 2 and 3. Jump as soon as I can't believe I fell. Never done that before. No, you could fall actually. God damn it. Fuck you, monkey. Coconut's the monkey, not... Don't take that shit out of context. God, I'm speaking very softly. I always hate, like, I'm terrible at projecting my voice because there's always, like, people, like, in, like, other rooms, and I hate it when they, like, overhear me and then say, what were you talking about? What were you doing in there? Yeah, I'm just gonna do the third one, and then I'm just gonna, that'll be it for the extra challenges until I beat the game. Then I'll go for, that was terrible. That was a terrible start. Again, there's a more efficient way I could be spam dashing. But it's harder to do on I'm using the 8-bit Do Pro 2. It's easier to use on a Dreamcast controller actually, where you just like sort of rock your thumb between the B and X button, and you can because it like this. Hold on, it's hard to do here because every time I'm in the air, it cancels all my momentum when I press the button. Oh god, I spaced out. I forgot I was doing a speed run. Not a speed run, a speed challenge. This would be humiliating if I was speed running. Even more so. Missed the speed cheese. Doesn't really matter. I was able to do it without it last time. Fuck. I don't think I'm getting that. Oh. Not expecting it. I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. I don't know if I've seen it. Oh, goddamn. Well, that was actually a pretty good time. That was better than the time I wasn't spaced out. I don't think I've seen that Salty D Candian video. I've seen a bunch of his. Oh my god, I remember I discovered him like a few years ago, and I remember seeing like this video where he talked about when he got like locked on Twitter for spamming people's replies with like he asked people to reply to him, and he'd tell them which cartoon character their profile reminded him of, and for every time someone replied, he'd just post the same thing. He'd post, it's J. Wellington Wimpy from Popeye, with the same image, and then his account got locked, I guess. I wasn't on Twitter at the time, so I don't know where I could have found it, where I could have heard about that, apart from like one of his videos, but I can't find the video anymore. I remember seeing it once and then never again. I couldn't find anything about it. I'm not gonna do. I don't think I'll do the Chow Garden for now. Maybe later. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it, Weeball. He hasn't? I thought he was at like. I don't really have a good sense of like who's at like what in terms of like YouTubers. Oh, why are you there? Why are you alive? You're shithead. I'm not gonna do a Chow genocide speedrun. Just because there's a bunch of achievements tied to the Chow. I could do that if I wanted to, but I'm not.
The egg will hatch naturally after a while.
Shut the fuck up.
You can also help the egg to hatch.
Help the egg to.
Depending on how you hatch the egg, the characteristics of a chow will be affected.
I'm not sure how I can Oh yeah, 600. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I thought he was at like Scott the Woz numbers, honestly. Where are you, my little freak of nature? I'm not sure how the VMU like works in Flycast, so I'm not gonna mess around because you have to have like I actually tried to use the Lil Chow Adventure minigame on my Dreamcast. You have to have batteries in your VMU for it to work, and I don't have a small enough screwdriver to open it for now, so I couldn't do it. But yeah, you can't even name your Chow without using the VMU. All right, hold on. I'll do a race. Hold on. Just can dope him up with all these things. I can't see what his characteristics are. Fuck. You gotta press when you're in the Chow Garden. You gotta press Y, because if you accidentally press it when you're not like aimed at the Chow properly, you spin dash, and then you accidentally like fucking abuse your Chow. Because yeah, the Y button does everything like picking up, rocking, and all that, but without like the spin dash and stuff. I learned that while I was using the Dreamcast. Alright, enough dilly-dallying. On to, what is it, Mystic Ruins? Yeah. What do you have to say for yourself, Tick Hall? Alright. Fine, pushy bitch. What are you saying? Mr. Know-It-All. Here's a tip. When you jump, it makes a big difference how long you hold down the button. Hold it longer and you can jump longer and higher. Did you know that? Yeah, I did, you fucking baby. Here, I'll jump high on you. Look, I'll jump low on you. Fuck you, Know-It-All. Finally, Station Square. I'm going to the beach, the casino, and Twinkle Park. Look around, the train's packed with exhausted people. But look at me, I'm full of energy. There's nobody in the fucking train. What are you talking about? Does this child think Sonic was born yesterday? Low pay, hard work, what am I doing? Oh, a customer. I'm sorry, Station Square Central. This train's headed to Mystic Ruins. My fucking tongue's tied today. Normally, I think you're supposed to use Tails to get that emblem, but I'm too cool for that. Come on. Whew. Yeah, fuck you, arbitrary maneuvering restrictions. These ruins are really mystic. Look, it's a giant talking robot. I am Dr. Eggman, the greatest scientific genius in the world. Whatever you say, Robotnik. I've got the master plan, and now I'm gonna aboard the Ark. You're always a genius at heart.
Or else what, you big loser? Or else I'll take them from you by force, the hard way.
It's just a funny line. You big loser. It's like, there's some lines it's not like, it's just like ruder than something I'd normally expect from like Sonic. Like he's always like got attitude, but loser, that's not something I normally expect to hear. Like he says like, you dumb bot, or Robotnik. Just straight up says, You big fucking loser, you nerd. There's a way to like fucking spam this guy and cheese the entire boss fight, but I have no idea how to do it. I fucking do it. It's the same with the in Sonic 3. I told him to get rid of you. I didn't expect them to Tom to just. It's because it's not like an inappropriate joke. It perfectly fits like the age, like it's not like adult or anything. It's just like it's just rude. It's just like something I just don't expect it from. I just didn't expect it from the movie. Same with the no, not the woman in the military. That makes no. I didn't expect them to have Gerald just be sexist in the fucking movie. That came out of nowhere. I just cackled at that. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, that wasn't so
Fucking
hard.
tired. But I'm gonna beat this if it kills me.
Oh no!
Oh no, shut up. Where is it? I always think that it's supposed to be in the claw and just unloads, but then I see it's in his hand. It looks like it's supposed to be like being held up by the claw.
Oh no! Isn't that the same monster I saw the other day?
It's weird how Chaos has bones in his forms, in some of his forms, and then he just loses them for perfect chaos. Yeah. I know, a woman in the military.
With all 7 emeralds in him, he'll be invincible. And work for me.
There's a lot of jokes that just caught me off guard because I just didn't expect them to make those jokes. Like, there's all the Little Tom stuff, and then when Maddie turned into Agent Rockwell and she was like, she was like, did it work? And then Tom just was like, Tom was just sort of ogling her, and she kicked him in the dick.
We can't let him get away with this, can we?
No
I was during the galvanized dance. I was fucking cackling. I was just like, what the fuck is this? I fucking love this movie. They're just going fucking. I was just laughing at how like ridiculous it was, and like ridiculous in a good way. I fucking love that shit, and it wasn't like there was a lot of stuff that I was just like laughing about. I have like a I recorded like a voice memo on my watch. I want to like play it back and remember. That I know there was some parts that I laughed at that weren't really like comedy moments. I was just laughing like, this shit is real. Like oh yeah, when Shadow was like, don't tell me you have a catchphrase, and then Sonic was like, yeah, that's right, and everyone loves it. I laughed because I thought that was a joke about how because I always thought people didn't like the gotta go fast, that catchphrase. I always thought that was something that people just didn't like and were annoyed about being in the movie. I don't mind it. It's just I always thought, for some reason, I think I saw some people talk about it in a way that made it seem like it was just like a generally dislike. I think I was misinterpreting people like complaining that it wasn't actually like it wasn't originally Sonic's catchphrase. It was just the theme song for X. When he said when he said everybody, that's right, everybody loves it. I thought that was like sort of like a meta joke. When Wade popped up on screen,
Head straight up.
I just
Get out of the
I wanted to like
Jump on
when Knuckles said you'll have to go.
two and
The emerald is guarded by a fearsome warrior. I audibly like fucking I gasped. I was like, and then when it cut to Wade, I just yelped. I just sort of yelp shouted his name. Oh, I fucked that up real bad. I just yelped Wade. Way louder than I meant to. And then the other you can't hear it in the recording, but like everybody in the there was like a bunch of like people around like my age, maybe a little older, next to you just started she just sort of cracked up. I hate saying, I don't want to say cracked up honestly, because like yeah, Knuckles and Wade have the most screen time, but Wade should have all the screen time in the series. But anyway, I hate saying that like people laughed when I do something, because that feels so fucking narcissistic. Like, oh yeah, everybody laughed in the theater. Like, you know, like what, like when people say, it makes it sound like I was trying to be funny. But yeah, I said it way too loud, and then some people, I guess, thought that was funny. I am doing fucking terrible at this game. These hills are really windy. Oh yeah, Keanu Reeves is in Cyberpunk. I've only played like a couple minutes of Cyberpunk because I was having, I think I bought it when I first got when I first built my computer to test my specs, and I guess I was having like, driver issues. What the fuck is going on? I was having driver issues and it just kept crashing. I fixed the driver issues, but I never got around to playing more of it. I would like to at some point. Maybe one day. If you're wondering why the right side of the screen is like pretty blank, I'm thinking of having, yeah, Green Hills looking a lot more like Wind Hills right about now. I gotta work on my Sonic impressions. Yeah, on the right side there's like I've got like a Discord overlay. I think eventually when I have like more people, I'm gonna try and I think when I have more people, like if some of like my some of the people I've talked to in VC before, they might try and I might have them like join if they want to talk. So like their icons would appear there if they joined the super secret server channel that I have. You hear that voice? When I first played, it on like my GameCube using Nintendo. I first played Sonic Adventure DX. That was how I first experienced it. When I heard that voice, I thought, is that the Fitness Gram Pacer Test guy? I was like, the train headed for the Fitness Gram Pacer. It's definitely not, but it sounds like him to me, at least. Wait, I think I'm supposed to go fuck with Knuckles. Oh no, I guess not. Oh, it's the casino, right? The casino. These hills. I'm terrible at doing impressions because I fucking suppress my voice because I'm so used to living with people who are able to overhear me, and I can't hear what I'm terrible at like visualizing what I sound like until I've already until I like play it back and I realize I do not sound good, because like in my head I'm like hitting like all the marks, but in reality I am not that guy. He's the burger shop guy. Drinking away. drinking alcohol and gambling away Tails' college fund. Sonic finally finds. Tails, you gotta help me. Tails, you gotta give me, I need money, Tails. Tails, can I have some money, please? Stop fucking around, Tails. Give me some money, Tails. That would just be enough to stare at him from a distance, but I can't go on like this. I'd love to get to know the burger shop guy. I love the NPCs, I gotta talk to them more. Emblem. Hello. Working here right now. I feel like somebody's staring at me. What can it be? Tails, we have to sell the tornado! I'm about to win big! Come on! 90% of gambling addicts give up right before they hit the jackpot. Come on, Tails, come on. We can do it. It doesn't matter, Tails. I will never give up the fight, Tails. That's what my song says, Tails. Fucking rob this place. Hello. I saw you fighting that monster. I hate to think what would happen to this town if you weren't here. We feel safe when you're here. About to feel a whole lot unsafer. You got any... I saw it. Come on in. I said, blah, blah, blah. Shut up. I'm stealing your shit. I'm abducting this child and there's nothing you can do about it. Fuck you. Let me take you to my garden where I'm gonna feed you food. I guess you're better off with me. I lived and learned, and gambling and drinking is the only way, Tails. Come on, Tails. We gotta live and learn. Gotta gamble. Fucking achievement. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. No. Here, I'll make it right. I'll make it right. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Fuck, fuck. Fuck, fuck. Okay, good. I don't have to feel bad anymore. Fuck you. Live and learn, Sonic. You've got this, Sonic. Oh, baby Gronk. You're no Rizzler. Revenge, Kyat.
Now you've got Lightspeed shoes. Press and hold the action button to store up power. Once you have enough power, release the button and you can do the Lightspeed Dash. The Lightspeed Dash lets you race toward rings at light speed. As long as there's a trail of rings, you can go just about anywhere.
The PB glitches even when the pilot is not a... That's nothing. Trying to remember. So many people posted some really funny things in that Twitter thread. I boiling. Come on, Shadow. I'm boiling. Come on, Shadow. I'm boiling some still water in the microwave. Revenge, still water. Those who lost Maria. Cow are so cute. Have you seen them yet? You can see them in the hotel lobby. They're so sweet. Twinkle Park's cool, but Casinopolis sounds fun too. Oh, I just can't decide where to go first. Wasn't there this guy who's like dating 2 women at once? That's funny. I can't believe this. I know. A goonette in the still water.
The train headed for the Mystic Ruins will be departing soon.
What the fuck? Alright. Lock in. Gamble my... Tails, come on, I can go inside. I can go inside the machine. Let me just scrape some more coins from the sewers, Tails. Come on, we gotta live and learn, Tails. It doesn't matter, Tails. Come on, we gotta... I'm not addicted, Tails. I could stop anytime I wanted. Sonic. Sonic, your family misses you. I hope I don't win this. 'Cause... Okay, good. It's 100 that you needed. So now I can just... go. I hate the, I don't really mind it, but like, I'm so glad they changed the way the lightspeed dash works in the next games, cause it fucking reeks here. It is so hard to. Fuck! I did not know there were obstacles in this. No! Wait! I'm restarting. That fucking sucks. Yeah. Tails, if I don't Sonic Spinball, I can't win back the Chow we lost custody of. Tails on 300,000 rings and crippling Chow credit card debt. I bought way too many fruits at the black market. That's not even in this one. Fuck. If I can't mog the world, I might as well visit. Talk about low-budget goon caves. No chicken bake or Stillwater? I'm out of here. No lunch later. Talk to her. I'm out of here. Post-traumatic Smurf disorder. Yeah. Check out all this. I'm glad they didn't like keep in the streaming segments because they would have fucking killed the pacing, and they probably would have made the movie a little bit worse. But God, it would have been so surreal to have Robotnik say Riz in a Sonic movie. Not even just Jim Carrey, just in general, saying Riz. That feels like it would be a religious experience. Let's see if I really hope I can. I really hope I don't have to fucking do the thing again. Actually, like, it just depends on like your total ring count, not the amount of rings that you get in the thing. I could just do this, and then when I lose, I'll just go back. I just gotta get like cool 20 rings. There we go. I'm good. I can just fucking lose now. Come on, let me lose. Hey, that blue hedgehog of all places. I found you, Rizzler. Rizzler? I think I'm the Riz hedgehog around here. You must be a troll if you think you match my Riz. I'll make you piggy glitch. I'm sorry, that does not work. It doesn't match the original line enough. I can't. I think it's funniest when it's when it matches the original like line really closely, like
Oh no, the Chaos Emerald! Oh no, you don't! Oh jeez!
I found you, cuckster. Cuckster? I think you're the cuck hedgehog around here. You're trying to mug me? Ha! You're not even good enough to be my cuck.
What happened to that emerald we just had?
I'll make you. I don't know.
I guess
I'll make you goon those words.
the other one's safe.
I don't know.
I must be desperate.
That means
I'm fucking brain rotted out.
and that's not good. Come on, Sonic, we need to
Why didn't Sonic just fly to escape the prison in Sonic Forces? Why didn't he use his flying powers?
The train headed for the Mystic Ruins will be departing soon.
I always forget about every time I play this. I forget to pick up the ice thing, and then I have to go all the way back because the cutscene because the little bit that plays showing you that it appeared, that plays before all the other cutscenes, so you forget about it by the time the cutscenes are over. The key is floating. Skylanders of the ice element are stronger in this zone. Oh, hold on, Ben, I'll add you. Let me give you the stream roll. There we go, you should be able to join. Fuck you, it exists now.
Even if you're frozen, jump a couple of times and you should be able to...
Skylanders of the... I was playing this game with my brother back when I first started it on my actual Dreamcast. We just kept making up. We just kept like saying Skylanders of the... Like we were playing Windy Valley, we were saying Skylanders of the air element are stronger in this zone. Skylanders of the bridge element are stronger in this zone. just got so fucking brain rot. Hey, Ben. Wait, hold on, I can't hear you. Hold on. I need to, well, let me check the, okay, that's, I just gotta, Discord, hold on, pausing this, Discord properties, exe screen, monitor, output, try saying something.
Hello?
Alright, now I can hear you.
Good.
Alright.
So is this like actual hardware or?
Hold on, I need to turn up your volume. You're way quieter than the game.
Oh my bad.
Voice settings. There we go. Say something now.
Hello?
I can turn that up a little bit more. I like 150. That works. I'm
Very good.
I'm restarting this level. I fucking scuffed that.
Yeah, this is my least favorite level in Sonic Story.
Yeah, I don't mind it because I can just skip most of it.
Yeah, it's not the worst one, but I mean, it's not a bad level, but it's definitely not the best one in Sonic Story. Yeah, is this like Unreal hardware or like emulated or?
This is Flycast on RetroArch. It's because the camera keeps moving. I can't see.
Yeah, I hope if they do a remake of this game, they make the camera better, because that's like the biggest issue I have with the game.
I think it's the only times it really bugs me is when I'm trying to do like skips. And I guess technically I'm not supposed to be. God damn it. I guess technically those skips I'm not supposed to be like able to get up. I'm not supposed to be able to do this. They don't want me to. They didn't intend for me to do this.
Yeah.
So I guess I can't like really blame them, but come on, the skips are some of the most fun. Like Windy Valley. I remember when I was playing like the PC version with like all the modded to shit with like free cam and stuff. It was really fun to hold up. God, here I could just do. God damn it. It was really fun to just like skip all the loops and stuff, but I tried doing it here, and I just couldn't do it because.
Wait, can you like air dash after you spin dash to get closer? Or... So I think last time you definitely could have.
There we go.
Made it. Oh, yep. There we go.
Later, Nikki.
The camera definitely is very janky.
Yeah, I like how Mr. Know-It-All, the kid, he actually just says,
Don't worry if the camera changes sometimes. It just does that.
Yeah.
I love it. I love the NPCs in this game. They should really bring back the NPC thing from this game. It was really fun.
Because I guess in like 1998, I guess people couldn't. I guess people weren't like entirely used to 3D games. Oh, fuck,
Yeah.
I should not have.
Because this was only like 2 years after Mario 64, and like.
Yeah.
Mario 64 basically just like. After that, every other 3D game came out. So like, people were still new to the hardware. I mean, like, this is the first, like, genuine Sega 3D console, because the Saturn died the whimper, so this is, like, the first big 3D Sega console that people actually cared about.
Yeah.
I mean, they reference the Dreamcast in South Park. I feel like that's when you know you've made it.
Yeah.
I love Sonic's facial expressions in this game. It's so good.
Yeah. Is there like a delay for you?
Not really.
Did you just see the Did you just see the face when you said that, or was that like?
Yeah. I just said that. I'm watching the stream on my.
Oh yeah, because there's like a 10-second delay. I'm streaming it in the oh, are you seeing the Discord stream or the YouTube stream?
The YouTube.
Like, did
stream.
Sonic just do a trick just now for you? I have no idea how the delay is in
No,
Discord.
you're still skating down the like the thing with the whole thing on top. I don't know how to describe it. It's you did not just do a trick then. Now you
how
just
about now?
do a trick. Yeah, it's a little delayed, but I'll live.
Oh, did like the bombs just come? Like those jets. Now I'm in a tunnel. Yeah, I know YouTube is definitely like I think it's a good like 20-second delay.
Yeah,
But I have no idea. I have no idea how delayed Discord is. Like, I'm coming up on like a really skinny ramp. There's another one. I'm going on this ramp really slow. Big bridge, another ramp, speed booster, and then I think I'm at the clearing with the I'm about to. Yep, here's the emerald and got it. Yeah, I'm not sure how big of a delay that was between like my voice and the stream.
Yeah, not bad.
This is the best part of the level, I think. I just like these snowboarding segments in Sonic games. They should do this way more often.
Deep in the ice. Why does that show Big the Cat for that achievement? I didn't beat the stages Big.
I think these snowboarding segments are like some of the most fun I have with Sonic games, like the beginning of City Escape and was it Sand something with Tails. Those are just like some of the most fun I have with Sonic.
Yeah.
3D Sonic. I just like if they bring it back somehow. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I've been saying that we need to get a Sonic Adventure or Adventure 2 remake for years just to get it on modern hardware and have like more people experience how good the story is in this game.
Yeah. Just a moment. Yeah, Nikki, I'm streaming in the in my server VC. If you want, I could add you to the I think we voice chatted a little bit. I could add you to the Are you in my server? It's probably gonna be like a few seconds before you hear that. So I'll just.
I think one of my favorite parts of this game is when Sonic's just chilling, like in the Mystic Ruins. Tails is like, Angel Island just fell, and he's like, "What? I didn't know that," and it's literally right behind him.
What's up, Knuckles?
like,
Yeah, the voice chat's just for like just so that I could hear like people. I don't want it to get like too bugged up so that because that sort of affects like I'm on school Wi-Fi as it is, so it's gonna be difficult. I don't want to risk bottlenecking my network connection. Where's the oh no? Yeah, there it is. Oh no. That's like, isn't that like
I think that someone made a video about like a Sonic Adventure remake, and it looked really, really good. I just love
the ear twitch and the
No, the Chaos Emeralds.
the one.
I love this. That's not the one I was talking about, but yeah, that does look really good. There was like a whole YouTube video. It was like an hour and 40-something minutes long, and it was like a whole step-by-step thing for like their Dream Sonic Adventure remake, and it was complete fire.
Was it the one who was like? Is it that guy who said who made that video? It was like my pitch for SA3. I really liked a lot of the ideas from that specific. Video.
That's not the one, but yeah, hold on, I'll look at it.
I do think
The
it's
video
like,
I'm talking about, Ruby of Blue.
oh yeah, I think I watched a bunch of his videos a while back. Didn't he have
Yeah,
like
yeah,
fan art of like Tails and Sandhill or something?
I think so. The only thing that I didn't really vibe with is just replacing Big the Cat's entire gameplay. Like I'm the one Big the Cat fan in the world. I like the fishing gameplay. I'm sorry.
There's two actually.
For you, my friend.
I big the cat's foot
I'm a
is
big
fun.
the
I love
cat
it.
stand for life.
Hell yeah. I like the gameplay. I'm sorry. It's like a fun. It's just like a fun little side thing. Well, not side thing because you have to beat it to get the
Yeah.
story. But you know what I mean. It's just this fun little thing.
I think it would. I think the only issue, my only issue with Big is just how weirdly complicated the mechanic is, the fishing mechanic is, and how like hard it is to like control. Like I don't know what I'm doing. Apparently, you're supposed to like hold down the D-pad to catch it.
The way I just did it, I just like put it in the water, waited for Froggy to come up, and then I just like held right on the stick and just like
Yeah,
moved the control stick around a lot and
yeah.
like
Real
started
quick, I've
rapidly
never seen
pressing buttons
anybody
and it
talk
worked
about
every single
this. This fucking this boss fight, like the stage for this, it's really weird, isn't it? Like you're in
Oh,
this
yeah,
like
what the
thick, like gelatinous water.
Why
then
are we in Jello
It's like
world? What the
jelly, and
hell?
then if you sink too low, you get hurt. Like hold on, like you sink and then
Is this world? This
you
is
lose
the
rings.
weirdest thing ever.
And I have a theory that it was originally meant to just be like a like when you hit the water, you just fall through and it's an instant kill. But then they realized it was too
That would've
hard, so
been
they
too
just made it
hard.
like a slow thing that you could jump through.
Yeah.
'Cause, like it feels
So
like you're
now
supposed to
we're
be
in,
like. It
now
feels
we're
like
in, like,
they want you to
jungle.
be like jumping between the lily pads and then avoiding him when he pops up and destroys, and he makes them sink. But
Honestly, I like this. I've been meaning to just stream and stuff for a while. I just don't have like the conditions right now.
yeah, I've always
Uh,
wanted to like stream. I just
Yeah, it's just fun, you know. You just get to talk to people and do stuff you like, you know. You
yeah.
just get to.
The problem with talking on
That's just
Twitter,
something that I really want to do. I really want to like I might here soon start trying to stream a little bit more often because it sounds really fun, and I think this is a good entry point. I think.
yeah. The problem with
Streaming
talking
with
on Twitter is also I can't get my thoughts out because I have to like compress them into like one into just like 240 words or whatever.
Exactly. Like I can't get my full thoughts out, and as much as I love making videos, it took me like 3 hours to make a single video that was rushed to hell and back, and it was absolutely abysmal, and I hated it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the water when I beat Chaos, I always thought that was just like a glitch with like SADX, but no. Um, oh wait, it's like the
Oh
same
yeah.
texture as Chaos, so I guess he sunk into it.
Oh
And I
yeah.
guess he's like a
I do think
different.
it's really funny that Chaos as a villain was made specifically just to flex the Dreamcast water engine.
Yeah, it's weird how he's like a different type of water. Like, cause
Yeah,
he
he's
doesn't
like,
blend into like he doesn't blend in with all the other water. I think in
he's
like
one
a
of
in a
people now.
remake he'd like. I think it could look a lot cooler.
I think it'd be cool if he could like just do more with the water concept. You know, water's cool. I think you can do a lot of stuff with water, so I think going all out on that with a remake would be pretty cool. Just like, you know, have him like hydro pump you like a fucking Squirtle.
I have some unfinished business.
That'd be funny.
Ooh, Knuckles has some unfinished business to take care of. Let's see what unfinished business he's taking care of.
I hope if they ever do an SA2 or an SA1 remake, they make the hint orbs more useful. I half the time when I was playing this for the first time when I was like a kid, I just
Oh, you mean
stumbled
these?
around. I went to the hint orbs and then I just stumbled around because it didn't help me at all.
Oh, like to call.
Yeah, to call hint
I never
orbs.
really
I
had
think-
any. I think it's because I sort of like know everything that happens in this game, but I just need to call to like remind me of like where I go next. Actually,
Yeah.
I do remember sort of having some trouble.
It
you're
would just
supposed
be
to just stick
more
around and
useful if
explore.
it was like it'd be way more useful if it like just told you like go to the casino instead of just go to the Mystic
Well,
Ruins. You might find something.
I think
Then
it
he
just
just stumbled
telling
around the
you.
Mystic Ruins for 24 hours trying to think of anything to do.
I think it just telling you where to go is I think that sort of takes out the fun of exploring a bit. It's just like
True.
it's
Maybe
just
just
like following
give a
markers on the
more
map.
just give a more like useful hint because like Station Square is a pretty big place. You can go to like 13 different places there. You know, it's
I
you
think
know
if you
you mean
like, I think the cutscenes sort of direct you where to go. Like, Tails said to go to his workshop to find the tornado. So that's where you got to go.
I remember that one part in Knuckles' story where you have to go to the elevator to get to the Chaos boss fight. That had me stumped when I was a kid because it was just like they just told me to go to the Mystic Ruins. Not they just told me to go to Station Square and just like
Well, I guess you got to talk to
sure
the
you've
people
explored the entire place.
and they sort of like tell you about like I think I think what they want you to do is like explore around, talk to the NPCs, and then you hear something that tells you about like how the Mystic Ruins can be travel. Oh wait, actually, when you're passing by the station, it has that like audio cue that says the train headed for Mystic Ruins will be departing soon. So I guess you'll sort of hear that.
Yeah,
And I guess
I remember thinking that had like some sort of thing to the plot, but like whenever I went there
I
and then
think
I
the
went
I think
to
the
call
main
him
issue
for,
is
they
it's
told
really
me to
easy for
go
me to
back to
like.
Station Square.
I think the main issue is it's really easy for me to like forget about like what just happened, like forget about where I'm
Yeah.
supposed to. I think that's just an issue with just me not paying attention though.
Yeah, no, I get it.
And also like
mean,
when I come back to like a game and I especially like an RPG like Mario and Luigi or something, and I don't know what happened last and I have no idea where to go next. I think
yeah, no,
I think I was playing like Fire Red like years ago, and I haven't played it in a while. I think I got stuck at the Elite Four, but I played it, and I think when you load your save, it actually like recaps like the last few things that you've done.
Yeah.
I think more games should have that, like the little recap. Like the
yeah,
like the recap when you load your save in like SA1
Yeah.
and 2. I think it could show
Yeah,
like
that
little
was fun.
pictures of like what you've done to help
Yeah,
remind
that'd
you.
be cool. I think if they ever do a remake, I like talking about like concepts for like a remake of this game because it's just interesting to see what can be improved on and stuff. One of the main things I think they should do is just cut back on the sky chase, maybe make it like more controllable because you're just kind of on a spinning track, and
Yeah, I think there's
I
like
don't.
I think one of the corners if you stay on them for the entire time, you don't get hit at all.
Yeah, I just wish it was more engaging or something. You know, like take cues from Star Fox or something. Star
Yeah.
Fox is fun. You know, because like make it more controllable or something. Because it's just like Tails has a set path, and you're just kind of wiggling around, trying to dodge stuff. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do actually like.
Yeah. I think the easiest way to
I just think it could be
Oh, yeah.
shorter.
Oh yeah, back to what I was saying
Just
before.
Sonic R models.
I just realized I sort of got off topic. To fix Big's like gameplay, I think all you have to do is just make it play like some of the actual like good fishing games that are out there,
Yeah.
like Sega Bass Fishing or something. Never played
Yeah,
that.
just make it more streamlined. Just streamline the controls and make it easier for people who haven't mastered
Yeah.
it. You know,
Although
because
I
I'm
do
the one
think
person in the world who's
I do think
actually
it would be
mastered
funny
it.
to have them be like a to like sort of make it be like a different sort of like platforming challenge, like or like I think I saw someone suggest they make Big into like a surfer dude. That
But yeah, I saw the Sonic Adventure 3 concept
oh
video.
yeah,
Honestly, I don't dig that. I don't think we should change any characters like main personality things.
yeah,
I
it
like
would be
Big
like
being
his personality. But
timid
I
and
think
dumb.
I think a big dopey like I'm Big the cat, and he's just like rocking out on the on a surfboard. I think that's a funny idea.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. I just don't vibe with changing like, because when I think of Surfer Dude, I think of like Michelangelo from the Ninja Turtles, like Cowabunga, dude. I just don't think we should change, you know.
Yeah, I really do like that video.
Yeah, that's
I forget. I have to go back to it because I remember. I think what I really liked was like the gameplay concepts, like everybody having like the same like sort of like speed and like physics, but just
Oh
having,
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
different- Like I think
Yeah, I remember I watched that a while ago and just tapped out before we got to the actual story part because I just like I didn't want
think the
to.
story. I don't think the story could ever be like officially done because I think it involved Shade,
But yeah,
who's in Ken Pender's hell for the time being.
yeah. I think Ken Pender is just like is terrified of any other kid, and that's funny.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure he wasn't even working for Sega by the time.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, he saw I think he saw like one of the like devlog teasers, and they had like pictures of the comic books when they were talking about how they were inspired by like the whole world of like the Sonic franchise, and one of them was his story, and that sort of implied that they were like taking inspiration from some of his ideas, and he never was like properly they never properly made him sign a contract saying that his work was like he didn't have like a work for hire contract, and I think even like a lot of other Archie writers sided with him because they were like, yeah, they didn't give us the contracts to sign either.
Yeah,
Even Carl Bowler, who I think had a lot of beef with Penders, that he like stuck up for him. He was like, yeah, Ken's in the right this time. Too nervous, Steve.
oh yeah, like didn't Ken like somebody was working on like a Sad AM movie, and then Ken Penders just like completely shut that down in favor of his own, and then that got shut down. That's like
I feel like that wasn't true, or because the guy who was working on the movie, I feel like it's hard to really definitively say because the guy who said Penders was said he thought Penders was responsible. He's dead now, so he can't like defend himself, and so that makes it hard for if he was like misremembering or something. It's hard for Penders to defend himself against a dead guy who he can't like, because he can't, because like it's hard to side with Penders because then you'd be siding against a dead guy who can't like refute him, but then it's hard to side with but then that means like you're not, then that means Penders isn't able to even have like a chance at like defending himself because there's nothing he can really do. But yeah, I thought Sad AM and all that stuff, I thought that got screwed over because of the because weren't those like legal contracts that said Sega got pissed at Dick for selling the cell sheets.
Oh yeah, for selling the like.
I'm not sure if that's related to the movie itself.
Yeah,
no, wait, season 3. Wait, yeah, season 3 was, it wasn't like a movie. It was just season 3 that got canned.
Yeah, I am. I don't know. I've been meaning to watch Sad AM because recently I've just been like.
I ordered the complete series off of Amazon because it's so expensive, but I did see there was like a good condition one on Amazon for like $25. I'm really hoping they didn't just send me the End Circle one, the shitty new release.
The End Circle. I remember having like all the Mario Super Show.
Oh yeah, I have
DVDs.
one called Box
When I was
Office
younger,
Mario.
I got like the End Circle Mario Super Show DVD, and I got violent the second I saw the like Almost Naked Animals trailer come on before my Mario, and I started screaming.
Yeah, because I think there's two like complete Sad AM releases. There's the one that has like the Ken Penders art as the slipcover, and then there's the one that the new one that came out that is like terrible and came out alongside the Sonic Underground one.
Oh yeah. I have been meaning to watch that AM though, because the intro's been stuck in my head forever. It's like it's a really solid intro.
Yeah. If I don't
There's
get the
like,
if it turns out I didn't get the right one, because the picture was the right one, and there were like some pretty high prices for the like new category. Hopefully the discs work, and it's just like maybe the cover's a bit like torn.
yeah.
But I did find like a pirated copy of like ISOs of the entire box set. What am I doing? I've completely lost track of.
I think are you supposed to be
Twinkle
doing
Park,
the
yeah.
Lightspeed Dash? Yeah. I've seen some debate recently because of Sally Acorn and all the freedom fighters and stuff, and like I like them and all. Bunny Rabbit is my goat, but like I think they're definitely products of their time. I mean, like Sally is just.
I think I'm of the opinion that I think because Sonic's got like if you ask like if you ask like a bunch of fans, chances are a lot of them will tell you they got into Sonic through like different things.
Yeah.
Because like I've always thought this. I feel like I sort of take issue with people saying like, oh, this Sonic is the definitive Sonic, everything else is wrong. Because when you think about it, this fandom is basically built on people from the 90s who didn't grow up with the real Sonic, quote unquote real Sonic. So if you're saying that the people who basically built this entire fan base aren't fans of the real Sonic, it sort of creates like a little bit of an identity crisis.
Yeah, I agree. I will say though, I think.
Because like I like Sonic Adventure 2, the SA2, and like Sonic Adventure. I think in terms of gameplay, and it's just fun to play. I just love the way Sonic controls in this, and I love all the writing, but I also love I grew up with because I didn't play I never played like a complete game until like 2020, but I watched all the shows on like Netflix because they were all airing when I was a kid. Why is that? Come on.
Sonic X is how I got into Sonic. I saw it on.
Yeah, I think Sonic X was still airing when I was born, but it ended like when I was like 2, so I never saw it. Except until it was like on Netflix. But yeah, I was watching like I remember like Sonic Underground, Sad AM, AOSTH, X, and I think Boom was even like airing on TV a little bit, so I caught a little bit of that. But I have memories of all those things. They're like wildly different interpretations of like Sonic.
Yeah.
So I've sort of
there's no true definitive Sonic.
Yeah. Like I feel like the Sonic isn't as like a lot of people say that there's like specific personality traits you have to like get down to have your version of Sonic be like considered Sonic, quote unquote. But I feel like it's a lot broader than that because it's more about like
with a franchise like Sonic that's been around for like
he's
34 years at this point. There's no like set personality for him. Like,
yeah. Well, I
literally
think in
the
terms
only
of
things
like
that you
in terms
really
of the
need
games,
are just him to have an attitude because that was like the thing that he was marketed as, and that's like it.
Yeah, I feel like
you can run so wild with the concepts. You know,
you can get into the
having his
minutia.
attitude just be more snarky or something, or have him be like a full blown jackass like Fleetway. You know, there's you can do anything with a character like Sonic. So
at his core,
even though
like,
I'm not like as big of a fan as like some interpretations, like IDW and stuff, I don't really vibe with that version of Sonic. But like even then, like I'm not gonna fault anybody for anything because it's like with Sonic you can do anything you want because he's been around for so long. There's no set personality or set vibe you have to go for.
Even the games, like they've been like wildly different because like even before, like because like even because like there was like God, I don't even like in the ones written by the same person, like even the Maekawa games, like it's sometimes it's just like a translation issue, but Sonic comes off very different in like Sonic Adventure compared to like Adventure 2 or Black Knight. Sonic's more like goofy because I always think it's funny that when he's talking to Eggman, he calls him, "Hey, you big loser."
What's wrong,
like a-
big loser?
I
I
think
love
it-
that. I love that.
That falls into that category of like it's not I don't really know how to describe it. It's not rude. It's not like adult, but it's like something that it's like a harsh sort of like snark that I don't really expect from like a game that sort of skews towards kids. It's like in the movie when Tom was using the puppet and he said, "I told him to get rid of you." Like I didn't expect like that sort of like it's not dark, it's not adult, but it's like it's sort of like this rude like it's sort of this crudeness that I I always expect like a kids film to be a bit more like sanitized. I don't think that's the right word because it's not like because that makes it sound like a bad thing. But it's just really
I get
funny.
what you're talking about, though.
That line
Yeah.
caught me off guard. I fucking cackled when I heard that.
Yeah.
Same with a woman in the military.
Yeah, I love how they're just starting to go more.
Because that came out of nowhere.
That feels like a Psychic Pebbles sketch.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's,
What would you do if
They're
your
like
grandfather came back and he was a sexist?
in its entirety feels like a Smiling Friends bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that like yeah, to add on to what I was saying earlier, I think, like there are so many different variations of Sonic. Like there's shonen anime protagonist Sonic, like Jason Griffith.
Yeah.
There's just snarky little jackass like Fleetway. There's
Yeah.
there's this lovable Bugs Bunny guy like Adventure. There's just like there's so many interpretations of the guy. You can't really go wrong with anything. Of course, I'm gonna prefer some over others. Like again, I'm not the biggest fan of how Sonic has been written recently in the games, but like
honestly,
again, it's not a bad thing.
Honestly, even if it's not like perfect, I still think that we're in this franchise is in like the best place it's been in like years. Like
Yeah, it's in the best place
probably since like
1990.
Since like I think I don't remember how I wasn't around, so I don't know how well like Adventure 2 was received or like Heroes.
Yeah.
But like since like the early 2000s or the late 90s, I feel like we're just now getting out of that pit of even like when like generations and like colors and all that was still that we were still sort of in the pit of like, oh, remember that time Sonic was bad? Remember when he kissed a human girl?
It's still so funny that the critics just cannot stop bringing up.
Well, yeah, and now we're sort of like.
I still see that.
I think what I'm in that is like. I think the part I'm happiest about is kids can like Sonic and not get like bullied at school for it. Like it's not seen as lame to be a Sonic fan.
Like for the longest time, I tried to tell anybody I was a Sonic fan, even people like that I know like in real life that I know wouldn't bully me. I was like, hell no, I'm not telling them that I like Sonic because I'd be seen as like a dork. But now that the movies have come out and Frontiers has gotten a lot of success and people love it, you know, it's not nobody cares anymore.
Yeah, because
I'm so happy about that since I can be free to be as obnoxious as I want about this stupid game.
Yeah, I feel like I'm it's a shame that it happened so late in my life because I'm 19, so it's still sort of lame for me to be like still caring about the wacky little kids games at like when I'm pushing college, when I'm in like college age, about to be like 20. So it's still a little lame, but I think I mainly got happy for like the kids, like the 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds,
Yeah.
they're able to still sort of like Sonic because he just had like the franchise just hit like $1 billion in movie revenue. That's crazy.
This is probably, like, for new fans, this is probably the best time ever.
Yeah, I think
'Cause,
I
like,
think that's the part that makes I don't. It's not that I like disagree with every single criticism that people are making about about like the state of the franchise. It's that like I'm really happy that we're in such a good place right now. I just want to be able to celebrate a bit without having people like
Yeah.
still being unhappy.
Yeah, I think
I just want to enjoy this for a little bit.
definitely the best place we've been in since like the early '90s. Like this is arguably Sonic's at his best right now than he's ever been.
Yeah.
So like,
Because like
I think
like I
of
see
course
people
I'm
saying,
not
oh, the
like,
characterization, oh, the characterization, oh, the fucking the mid whatever. But I'm like, yeah, can't we just settle down and enjoy, and rest on our laurels for a bit?
Yeah, I think criticism has a fair point in this community. It's how we got to such a good place now, you know, like without criticism and like harsh
I feel like
takes, we
I feel
wouldn't
like
have
these
like
days
we wouldn't have Ian Flynn writing the games. We wouldn't have as good scripts. We
like,
wouldn't have the movies like as they are today. We'd still have that ugly ass.
Because as much as people dog on Ian Flynn, I feel like I feel like him writing for games is the best thing that's happened. I think he's the best thing that's happened to these games writing. Because like Maekawa, Maekawa's done. That's like one of the. I think they should. I think my only thing is they should have like a. Shit, I did not mean to do that. But I think they should just bring. I think they should bring in more of the. I didn't even know Evan Stanley and Daniel, whatever his name is. I thought it was just Ian Flynn, but it's pretty consistent. Like I can't really tell the difference without looking really close. I think they could just all be like part of a team.
Frontiers is really decent. I still haven't played much of it yet because I started it on my Switch like when it first came out, and as you know, the Switch version of Frontiers is not the greatest. So so yeah, I just got it recently on my PlayStation 5, and it's pretty decent. Like I still haven't gotten that far in it yet. Not literally everything that's ever.
I don't think it's a perfect game, but I think it's like when I first got it, I was like, oh man. I just kept like, I just was so compelled to just do everything and like just soak up every little bit of I would unlock like a bit of the map using the challenges, and then I'd just get everything, like every medal, every whatever in it, and then move on to the next one. I had like 50 hours in it when I finished.
I so far with characterization, I've only seen like Sonic and Amy appeared for like 35 seconds, but like I think when it comes to like
I think
what I've seen so far, I think every other character is like pretty much perfect. I'm a big fan of how he writes Knuckles, especially.
Yeah.
I really like Knuckles. I think I'm not the biggest fan of the Amy, but you know, I can. I think the biggest detriment to like the writing nowadays is just Amy and Sonic, because I don't know. I don't think there's any like one specific version of Sonic or anything, but you know, I just do not vibe with how he's portrayed in.
I think he's portrayed him. I think he's. One thing you got to take into consideration is, he's definitely listening to like the criticism, because like he's been doing better. Like they're improving, but we just can't see that improvement because we're still looking at the stuff that was written like 5 years ago.
Yeah. I need to catch up on IDW, but because I've heard of it really good recently. But
seeing people like bitch and moan about like, oh, the characterization, that for a while that tricked me into thinking maybe because I think I read that like early on when I was starting to really like actually get into Sonic for real. But I was like, maybe I'm just looking at it with like rose tinted glasses or something. Maybe it's not as good as I remembered. But then I went back and skimmed through it a bit, and I was like, oh yeah, this is just really entertaining to read. Characterization be damned. Like, it's just really funny.
Yeah, he is listening up to a bit of the criticism. I've seen some panels, and I've read one, I think, issue, one, like, small issue released on, like, Free Comic Book Day or something. And honestly, I think his classic Sonic writing fits, like, modern Sonic. I think his classic Sonic writing fits way more with the character than his modern Sonic writing, but I do still like what I've seen of his more recent Sonic writing, because it's pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to like actually read most of the issues, like the more recent ones, to find out, but like it does look pretty good.
Yeah,
I think the art in especially the more recent ones looks fantastic. I really like.
I think the biggest problem with discourse is people are still talking about when people are like talking about things, they're still talking about when people are talking about like those who work on the series, they're talking about they're talking about like stuff that came out like 5-6 years ago. They aren't talking about like their most recent work. It's like there was like the whole Evan Stanley discourse, and then someone pointed out, yeah, Evan's art has not looked like that in a while now. Like,
I've seen some of the more recent art, and it looks fantastic.
I think I think Evan actually coincidentally like a couple days after that discourse sort of like ran its course, Evan actually coincidentally posted like a redraw of one of her older pieces.
And I saw that. It looks so good.
Yeah.
I will say though, all this discourse around like
people have to actually like read the comics to like.
I think the one thing that I think is completely valid, no matter what you say, is the like current models. I'm sorry, they are so bad.
I think they look. I wish they were better, but I think my guess as to what the reasoning behind them not like changing them by now is I feel like they've just sort of got bigger priorities. Like they're trying to get like the gameplay down first.
Yeah, I do hope they change it soon though, because I think the current model Sonic has is like absolutely heinous. Why did they make him have a carpet fuzz texture in Shadow Generations? He looks like.
Oh, that was from Frontiers. That was like because it was like a. I think it looks better in Frontiers, but it's like a sort of fur thing.
Oh, I didn't even realize that in Frontiers. It's way more noticeable in Shadow Generations then.
Yeah, I think it's because like they're using like the Sonic Generations light.
But right away in Shadow Generations, I noticed it immediately. I just don't know why they didn't just use the Sonic Generations model, since they're in the same game and like.
Well, I guess take, like, I guess technically Shadow Generations it's a new game. They don't want to use like they want it to be like noticeably like a newer game. I think they should have just like I honestly I don't want to complain about Shadow Generations because that game, I fucking love that game.
Yeah, I beat it since last time we talked, and it was absolutely incredible. I love it so much.
Yeah.
One of the most fun out of the Sonic game in like the last 10 years straight.
Yeah, if we consider like Sonic Team Post Forces as like a new era, and this is only the second game of like the new era.
Yeah, I can only imagine what the next game's gonna be.
Yeah,
man.
It's like
I think this is the best like we've ever gotten. Of course, there's some stuff again. The models should definitely be changed by now. We've had these since the Bush administration, but like, I feel like we should definitely be focusing more on the positive. I think the Sonic community in general just has a big issue with like going too far with both ways, because like you can't just like things for how they are and be happy without somebody breathing down your neck about how it's actually terrible. And you also can't have fair criticisms without somebody shutting it down and just telling you to love everything. You know, it's.
Yeah. I
I
feel
feel like
like
it should
criticism
be.
is healthy. That's how we got like all the updates for Frontiers.
And that's how we got Frontiers in general. Like
The thing about the criticism is it's got to be like constructive. It's like it's not like telling you. It's not saying like what they did. It's not like just listing off everything you don't like. It's also saying like what you think they could, what like specific things that they could do better. That's what, because people gave like Kishimoto like a whole like document on like things that they could improve, and he listened to like a lot of them.
yeah.
But I think just I think just like aimless, just like whining, like he would not fucking say that. He would not do that. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't like this. I don't like that. That's not helpful. That doesn't give them any direction.
Yeah,
Also,
I
like-
will say though, even though I don't like fully agree with them, I think the Ian Flynn like reference jokes are some of the funniest things
Dude,
I've seen.
Have you seen that video? It was like a 10-minute video of people just like riffing on that
Oh
joke.
yeah, I saw that on Twitter. I downloaded that entire video and saved it.
Yeah.
It was so good. Is that I
Live and
I
learn,
even
Sonic.
agree with all the criticisms like with that. I think it was most prevalent in Sonic Generate. It was most prevalent in Frontiers when they just like when they just showed shots of like Sonic and Knuckles. But like that was the most.
I
That was
don't
the worst
even hate it how it happened in Frontiers. I just think it's just so funny.
The jokes are just hilarious. like
I don't even see
Must
the
be
jokes as like
Sonic.
criticism. Like they're poking fun at him, but like I wouldn't even be complaining if you just leaned into that and had like I think it would be really funny if they had like a character that was like a like maybe Eggman tried to do like a Sonic Chaos or like a Chaos Sonic sort of thing. Like he tried to mimic he was like, Metal Sonic's not working. I should try and mimic. Maybe it's Sonic's attitude that works for him, and that's how he sort of like makes his own version of like Chaos Sonic. But Chaos Sonic has like this weird like interdimensional power. He just so he just constantly makes like fourth wall like reference jokes and nobody understands what
Yeah.
he's saying, so he just kills him.
I really do love like the Z and Flynn jokes. Like again, I don't even agree with most of them. I think it was most prevalent in Frontiers, and even then, it wasn't even like
Yeah,
that bad. I don't think, but like it's still hilarious to me. Like you must advance, Sonic.
Yeah. Live and learn,
Sonic. Dream of an absolution. Live and learn, cynic.
Feel the rush, Sonic.
The Rouge saxophone.
You must advance, Mr. Sonic.
Rouge saxophone clip.
Sonic, for episode 2, what should we do?
Sonic for episode 2, what should we do? Knuckles, he's that guy over there. I don't know. He's unknown to me.
Yeah, unknown from any.
He's unknown to me. Those stupid jokes always make me laugh. They're just like so unbelievably funny.
This
I
mountain is really
don't
red.
even agree with you. They're just insanely funny to me. I think those type of jokes are hilarious.
Yeah.
The
It's
You
not
must
even
run.
like it's not even accurate to like how he, because like in IDW he does sometime, I think a couple of times he's like rephrased like lines from like, I think there was like during the Metal Virus arc, Sonic was arguing with Eggman, and Eggman was like, "Oh, we're the same, you and me. We both have our styles that we won't change." And Sonic's like, "Yeah, but yours is evil and mine's not." Like, it's not like that was a fun like little reference, and it fit like the conversation they were having. I don't mind it, but I just think it's funny
I think
that
references when it comes to Sonic like media, especially the ones that are written by fans, are a slippery slope because like I sometimes see like Sonic fan works, which like I will not name them because I think naming like specific things made by fans is kind of like jackass behavior to like call them out specifically. But like I've seen some Sonic fan things before where they just like full on go way too heavy with the references, and it's just like
I wrote a
like,
when I was
Sonic, can you feel the sunshine?
when I when I was in high school, I got really into The Internet and You, the Scott the Woz short film, and I wanted to write like a sequel, but I also wanted to do like a sort of like remake of it, so because I wanted to make like an actual like sequel based on like sort of the ideas they mentioned in like the director's commentary, and at some point I thought, hey, it would be fun if I had like little references to every Scott the Woz episode. I think they were at like episode like 210 or something, and as I just went way too crazy with it, and after I don't know why, I don't know what I was thinking, because at one point I just sort of like I sort of stepped back and I was like, what am I doing here? I'm just like straight up directly like putting quotes from Scott the Woz videos into this. It shouldn't even have like Scott the Woz references. This is all before Scott the Woz.
Yeah, I think references can just be a slippery slope when it comes to fan content,
Like,
and especially just written by fans in general. Like again,
but I do think I had some like fun ideas, like
somebody I can't find the video anymore, but I saw somebody make like a Sonic Adventure 2 if it was written by Ian Flynn thing, and like
with the vine booms and the every time they said something, it would just like do the sepia like flashback.
I don't think
I think
that one.
I think that's my favorite like
Ian
Flynn joke. Is it just me?
Compared to Shadow warping, like chaos controlling, and like asked if he was going in like a warp zone or something, and like that was honestly like, it's like, especially with the Ian Flynn rewrite, which I honestly didn't even think was that bad with Generations. Yeah. Some grips, some lines were a little too on the nose for me. Like again, like the video I was talking about, the Sonic Adventure 2, if it was written by Ian Flynn, it was so accurate with the if it was written by Ian Flynn, he would probably compare Shadow's chaos control to a warp zone or something without the time stones.
Yeah, I think
I think rewrite is that people are going way too hard on it. It wasn't that bad.
I think people are like a little bit too hard on like the current like team, like the people who are working on Sonic, because like
fine.
we don't know what they're, because like we're still complaining about stuff that they've definitely been like hearing all our criticisms, and that I think this is like the first time where not only are we in like a pretty good spot, like the people working on it, they've shown that they're like really willing to improve, like even beyond the games, like the movies. Jeff Fowler really seems to have like a passion for like Sonic, probably because he worked on Shadow, but like but like he really does seem to like care. Like he was I think I saw the director commentary, and I think he and Ben Schwartz, they were like talking, they like they knew some of the like the Sonic voice actors like by name, like they were like saying, oh yeah, like Roger or something or other, Ryan, they were like talking about that, and it's just so nice that we have like people who are passionate, not only passionate, but they also like want to keep getting better, and they do keep getting better. Like I talking the games and the movies, they've been,
the current cast
each
is great.
movie has been like arguably like a step above the last. I don't know why my achievements are fucked up like that. It's just said E. Yeah,
I just think they should. I just think like, I don't know, somebody in the voice direction team should.
I think they have sort of because Sonic's not doing that. I think a lot of like the weirdness of like Frontiers, I think that could be chalked up a little bit to I think a little bit comes down to like what am I saying? It's they're trying, because Sonic was in a pretty bad place before Frontiers, you got to remember. So they were sort of like saying, yeah, we're taking we're not like ashamed of like we're not ashamed of who we are anymore. We're gonna start like taking ourselves seriously, even if it's a bit cheesy. We're gonna like they're sort of like just reestablishing the characters. It's sort of like even like the way they sort of forced in like an Amy arc. I think they were just trying to like show that they're reestablishing that yes we're gonna start like improving on the characters. This is a course correction sort of story. Like like all the references that shows like yeah we're gonna start like talking more about like we're gonna care more about continuity between like our titles. We're gonna the stuff from we're not gonna just forget about everything from our last games. I think that's sort of like what I got from the writing.
It's like early installment weirdness, but like with a new writing team, you know?
Yeah, it's early installment
like
weirdness, but like
they
with
were
a
definitely
deliberate
trying
purpose.
to go more with like they're definitely trying to go more with like a new direction, and they didn't know like how far they should take it, so they
because like the reference, cause, like they're referencing like they're like it's more like a I don't know how to say this, like they're like we're not gonna shy away from like bringing up stuff that happened in like our older games, even the ones that aren't as like popular. Like they mentioned like that we're not afraid to do like deep cuts anymore. It's not just Green Hills surface, even though they had Green Hills in the thing for budget reasons.
I don't care about like them showing Green Hill so much, but like I'm not joking. When Green Hill Zone first showed up in Sonic Frontiers, I audibly groaned.
Yeah.
Like I don't care that much.
I do like how they sort of like I like how the update 3 sort of contextualized a lot of like the weirdness and tried to like sort of explain like the pop-in and the reused level layouts. I like that. That's funny. They're sort of
that's fun. I think the pop-in is probably the biggest like visual issue with Sonic Frontiers, minus the models. Like the pop-in is like so like comically bad. Like I know it was for probably just like optimization issues, but like you can do better, man. Like
and I think they will do better.
I literally like I downloaded this clip, I uploaded it unlisted to my channel, where like Sonic just walks up to some pole thing, like a not pole, like a rail in the sky that was like 3 feet away maybe. I walked like a foot away and it instantly vanished. It was like of course it's not like the worst video game or anything. I think there's way worse popping in like way more popular games, but like man, like this is comically bad. I think you can do better than that.
Yeah. I think my main takeaway is criticism, that's good. We should be like giving it feedback on like how to improve. But let's not like get too harsh. Let's not try and like rock the boat and say like, "Oh, these people should not we should go in like a completely new direction. We should get rid of like do a complete creative overhaul." I just don't want to risk like a major shakeup that puts us in like a worse position than we were before.
Yeah.
Because I think we should just
people,
like we should give our feedback and let them sort of cook, because pretty much everybody in like Kishimoto, I genuinely before Frontiers I didn't think, I sort of like agreed when people were saying Kishimoto, he's not really, I think he doesn't really care about like Sonic anymore. But then Frontiers and all that happened, I was like, oh yeah, this guy cares. Did he do Shadow Generations?
Really well. What?
Did he do Shadow Generations?
Not sure. I think he might have.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna like reboot the console just real quick to see if that fixes the achievement issue, because I'm like getting achievements for the fucking Gamma and Big the Cat missions.
Big is everywhere.
There we go.
I think I don't know. I with the current voice cast because like I seen people be very very violent with
Dude,
like the new voice
I
cast.
think before oh wait, hold on. I like how a lot of the hold on. This really has get a load of this. I like how all the lines they all the like voice lines they play during like the fights, they're just repurposed from cutscenes.
Yeah.
It's, like I think during Gamma's thing he says all systems full power. And
Oh yeah, like in
I think Knuckles
Knuckles.
saying "Oh no" that was from like the
It's kind of
early
Vita.
E3 version of the opening cutscene.
Yeah, yeah.
When for
He
some
had a
reason
deeper voice in that
I do,
version for some reason.
I gotta say I like all the different versions of Knuckles' voice. Like I think it's really neat to have him. Like I like Idris Elba's voice. I like
Yeah, there isn't a bad Knuckles
I
voice.
like
I don't think. I even like the OVA one. I like OVA
but
Knuckles.
I
I'm
really
sorry.
like the voice from Adventure. It's just like a calm like. It's weird because even
Yeah.
though Knuckles is sort of like a Mr. Worldwide because um he's very like black coated like with a or like Jamaican like styling shoes and like the rap music, but he's also like his ancestry that's like Mesoamerican or something. I don't know what the
Yeah.
proper word is, but for his voice he's always got he tends to have like that like really like white guy voice like like
Yeah.
he's
He
just
sounds
like
like
I don't know why
cat
I
here at my
was
local
brought to this
Walmart.
island. I don't know
He
what
sounds
my
like a cat
purpose
here at my
is.
local Walmart. Like it's he. I do like. I don't know. I think whether it's for an adventure remake or just like some other thing, I think they should get Ryan Drummond back. Like, have you seen Sonic and Tails R?
I've seen a little bit. I've never seen like the whole thing.
I recently like by recently I mean like a week or two ago, I watched through the entirety of Sonic and Tails R or listened through, uh, and it was super good. Ryan Drummond still got it, man. Like I
Yes,
was worried because I've
because
seen so many clips of him just put on the spot, like not be able to do
yeah,
the voice, but like
I think the thing
he
is
kills it.
I think what happened. I think the reason why he sounds so weird in like at like conventions is, I think he, I think maybe for a while he was misremembering how he did the Sonic voice, and I think he was mixing
Yeah,
it up with Jaleel's voice because it sounded like a mix between Adventure Sonic and like Adventures of Sonic.
yeah, like
Like
yeah,
because he
right.
was having that like nasally sort of like I don't.
Yeah,
Sonic the Hedgehog.
yeah.
Like that.
I do really love
I
Ryan.
honestly
Like he still got it, man. I
I like
love
all the voice actors equal in their own ways, but I do think they have like their own like little quirks that I'm not the biggest fan of. Like I like Roger, but sometimes yeah, he does sound a bit he does sort of show his age. I like
yeah.
I like Jason. But at times the you know how his like cadence is like he raises the end of every word he
Oh yeah, yeah.
says.
He
I don't.
raises the word
That
everywhere
gets
he
great. That
says.
gets so grating, and I
Yeah,
don't like. I wish he went
He's
back to his
the
earlier
easiest
voice.
like character. He's the easiest video game character to impersonate ever because you don't need to do anything. You just raise.
You raise the end of
raise.
every other word.
Yeah, it's super easy to replicate. It
Maybe
gets
it's not.
super.
Maybe it's not that easy. I guess. I do like how in like early episodes of Sonic X. God damn it! Why can't I do this? In early episodes of Sonic X, he sort of sounded a little bit more like Jaleel.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like he
yeah.
was like,
I did notice that.
because
Yeah,
he said,
I
I
still need
think
to watch the rest of Sonic X. I said I would on Twitter, and then everybody was like, "Yeah, you should do it. It's really
I want to
good."
get the I want to find like a Blu-ray rip of the the discotheque release because they're fucking $70. God damn it! They're fucking $70, and I don't know how to I can't find like a good like rip that I know is like from that release because they all look like low quality, and I can't tell if they're like from something earlier.
Yeah, I think Ryan has like in Sonic and Tails are, he has the best take of like a more mature and deeper, older sounding Sonic voice, because like he's got like more range than I think most of the other Sonic voices have. I just really like the voice in Sonic and Tails are. It captures both like the more mature, like frontiersy type attitude and the same like snarky persona that he usually has.
I think even if the
Most of
direction
Ryan's
was really
performances.
weird in Frontiers, I do like the acting. Like they, even if the
Yeah,
voice
the
actors
act-
were told to do this like really weird voice, they gave it their fucking all.
Yeah. I
Same with I think that's sort of like
I don't
what
like Sonic's voice in Frontiers, but Roger's
like
acting was.
the acting, the direction wasn't
He absolutely
my
killed
favorite,
that
but
yell. He absolutely killed that supersonic yell, man. That was insane.
yeah.
Yeah, uh, I think I don't know. My favorite Sonic voice fluctuates between them all. Sometimes, like sometimes I prefer Ryan. Sometimes I prefer Jason. Sometimes I prefer Roger. But like,
I feel like these days I'm
they're
sort
all
of when I read like a lot of like Archie and stuff, and I find myself like for the later issues, I find myself hearing it in like Roger's voice.
yeah. I think out of all of them, I think Jason has like the most iconic one, just because
Just because
he
it's
was
got that
like,
fucking weird
yeah,
weird cadence. He would
yeah, I think
he would
I don't
probably
remember
be
who,
like
I think
I think he would
at
probably edge out
school.
as my favorite if he just dropped the fucking raising the end of
I mean,
every
he
other word.
kind of did it in his more recent performances. Like, I think like he only really did that in like
Because like even
'06,
in
and that's it.
oh my god, I'm washed. I'm just I'm not doing that skip again.
Yeah, this level was hard. I don't. It took
It's
me
not
like.
hard. I'm just shit at this game.
I think I'm like pretty decent. I get like S ranks on like, well, not S, like A ranks,
I don't think there's ranks in this
like
game.
the equivalent of that in every other, the equivalent of that in like every other level. But like this one takes so long. It is grating to play. It is.
I don't think there's ranks in this game.
I thought I got like.
There's like three. I think there's like a C mission, a B mission, and an A mission, with the A one being like a challenge. Like a speed challenge.
Yeah. I think I get it. Yeah. Yeah, I listen. I do hope they add ranks if they ever remake it, because this I think it'd be fun. I think score attack or time attack type stuff works really well in 3D Sonic, especially with like the adventure games when they try to have like more action based stuff instead of just like speeding through the level like you see in the Boost games.
I guess I didn't fall there.
I think
just lost my train of thought completely. I was thinking of something, and then I'm so washed.
Yeah, is this Sonic and Tails R had like an episode X where David Humphrey came back as Shadow and Jason played Sonic, and honestly they have really good like I think the most important thing when doing like a Shadow voice is trying to like work well off
I want to make
voice.
I've been trying to like develop a Shadow voice. I was doing it in the car when I was driving home, when I was driving back from home after winter break. I want to do a voice that's like not as like, it's still got like that sort of like whisper when he's like speaking low and like talking to himself, like the promised time, huh? Or whatever. Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald? But I also want to like when he's like speaking, like I want him to be able to like speak up and like have like just like a regular voice, sort of like I think Keanu did it really well. Like it's sort of a middle ground between like the gravelly voice and like having an actual like, and not just like being just completely like raspy and whispery like early Kirk Thornton was. Gotta say, Kirk Thornton's glow up, that was
Yeah.
incredible. Like, he locked
Yeah,
in for...
he absolutely killed it in Shadow Generations, man. Like, I wasn't the biggest fan of him before, but, like, man,
I think he's... When Shadow, you can always, you always gotta, like, pay attention to how each actor yells, Maria! Cause, like, I think in SA2 is more like a, how did he say it in SA2? I think it was more like a,
it sounded more like a,
Maria! Or something like that.
It was more like a sad, like, I can't believe it type.
Maria! And then I think in Shadow, for some reason, it was just like a, Maria!
Yeah. Yeah, Jason
That's
definitely...
the iconic, that's the
Jason
iconic
definitely
yell for
developed
me.
into his Shadow
Even though
voice.
technically
Like,
it's... Even though technically it's, like, very poor
Jason really
direction.
started off a little rough with his Sonic voice, but he definitely grew into it, and he became, like, a really good one. I think, man, I need to tune into more of Devin Max streams, because he's really... I really like his Sonic voice. I think most of, like, my
I don't think we've had, like, a
towards
bad Shadow
direct.
voice. Now
Yeah.
now that we've seen what Kirk can do when he locks in.
Yeah, like I really like David Humphrey. I think, again, what I was saying earlier, I think one of the more important things to do when you're developing a Shadow voice is to try and make it have good, like...
You gotta find the balance between raspy and, like, well-spoken.
Yeah, that. And also, you have to try and make it work well off of whoever's playing Sonic's Sonic voice. You have to have them... You have to have the... You can't have a Sonic without a Shadow working well off of him. So, like... You know, I think...
I really... Even though it's, like, nothing like the dynamic in the games, I really love, like, the rapport they had at the end of, movie 3. Like,
Yeah.
Like, they really just sort of bounced, like, when Sonic was like, gotta go fast, and then Shadow was like, don't tell me you've got a catch for it. That was like, that
yeah, that was good. I like their, I like movie Sonic. I like it separately to how I like game Sonic, though. Like,
I like it, it's not the same as in SA2, but it's just as good, I think, in its own way.
Yeah, I think David Humphrey and Ryan Drummond work really well off each other.
Yeah.
I really like David Humphrey's Shadow voice. I was concerned going into like Sonic and Tails R Episode X, wondering, because again, like, every time a legacy Sonic voice actor reprises their role in something after that, I'm like, you know, because it's been like nearly 30 years, you know, can they still do it well? Is it 30? David sounds the exact same as he did 20 years ago.
Nah, what am I doing? What are you doing?
David Humphrey sounds exactly like he did in Sonic Adventure 2. I like in Sonic Adventure 2 when Shadow ever refers to Eggman, he always just calls him like the Doctor.
Oh, which one?
In Sonic Adventure 2, when Shadow ever refers to Eggman, he always calls him like the Doctor.
Yeah, I think he always does that. Same with like Gerald, he calls him the Professor.
Oh yeah. I just like the way David Humphrey does that. It's nice. I like all Sonic voices for the most part. I think every Sonic voice, like, minor voice direction gripes aside, I think there isn't like a bad Sonic voice actor. They all do their jobs really well.
Yeah, because
they
are given like
Karen, whatever her name is Rouge, because she's like racist.
Wait, who?
The current Rouge voice actor is like...
I thought it was Orbot, wasn't it?
Yeah, her and Orbot.
I thought Rouge was just an anti-vaxxer.
Well, yeah, that too. But yeah, Rouge's actor is not a bad person. I mean, not a good person. So
yeah.
I see no issue with taking the test out.
I feel like people should criticize. I it's not like a separate the arts from the artist thing. I don't think people should just be suddenly switching up on like the fuck is this control scheme? I'm holding right now. Now I'm not no matter what direction I turn, it's not doing anything.
I like the gravity shifting mechanic here. This is.
Here we go. Yeah, like I like how the implication is that this is all because Knuckles keeps like switching the gravity to try and find the Master Emerald pieces.
Oh yeah.
Controlling it in his level.
Yeah,
it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, Knuckles keeps fucking over Sonic on accident.
Not.
Pretty good.
Come on.
Yeah, I think everybody minus current Rouge, which I wouldn't even like anyway if she wasn't.
I don't hate her. I don't hate her voice. I think she just has. I think in the I haven't seen anything particularly like that bad deliveries. Like I don't mind it, but it's just like there's some like deliveries that I just don't. There's like it's a bit cringy. Like
like she speaks in one tone at all times.
In Dark Beginnings, when she says, "Oh, you have to promise to come to Sonic's birthday party," that was just kind of. I don't think that was even. I don't think that was exactly her. I think that was just because they had like a longer exchange there, and they cut it out of the They cut it out of the final cut because it was originally like her saying, "Oh yeah, I want you to come to the party because I think it'll be funny to see you two interact or something." But then they just turn it into like a one-liner thing, and it just sounds like worse, a bit cringier. And I think the way she said,
I don't.
During the emotional climax of Shadow Generations, she just has this like Valley Girl accent for like a single line. She just goes.
Rouge's voice changes so often, like modern Rouge.
Her voice has been so different every time. Like I think that the first one she's just got like this like just regular like I don't know how to like. She sort of sounds like someone who would be like announcing something at a grocery store.
Like, she sounds like a normal person.
Like I do like when that makes sense because she's like sort of matching like Knuckles, and Knuckles sort of sounds like a normal person in Adventure 2, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That just clicked with me. I didn't get that until now.
Yeah. Rouge sounds like a normal person in SA2. I do not.
I think I like that voice the most.
Yeah, I don't even have any like strong thoughts about her like 4Kids voice. I don't like the accent up to like Colors Olympic Games. I don't remember what their last or the 4Kids cast's last outing was, but like I don't care about 4Kids.
I think their last full outing was probably 06 because that was the last one where they were all in one place.
Yeah, I don't really have any strong opinions on it. I don't like her voice in like 06 because she's doing the exact same like tone in every single line. But that just goes for 06 in general, so I don't.
I think it's 06 is weird because like it's really funny seeing people like exaggerate how much because I get liking it. Like I like it enough, but it is by no definition a good package. Like, it is not something that is worth paying, like, actual money for. Because, like, I played it a bit on my PS3. I like a pirated copy. There's a spring in, what was that one level where you have to chase a train?
Yeah.
But, there's, like, a hidden spring that's supposed to take you up to, like, a secret, like, shortcut, area up top. And that, it doesn't work, it misses, and it actually, if you don't, like, move your analog stick, it just sends you straight into, like, a bottomless pit. Like, they did not test that game. They didn't
have enough time to test it.
And they're working on that. I feel like they didn't even remember to do, like, the voice filter for Omega, or maybe they just, like, were trying to do something different for some reason.
No, they actually did forget to do that. That's really
Is
funny.
it normal for the Japanese version?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah. But
they
and I
just
think
forgot to give Omega
there's
the
the
voice.
head to wave ocean, head to wave ocean.
Yeah, oh yeah, they kept in the outtake. That was good. But how's my mic quality? Because I can't turn up the stream audio, otherwise it'd be echoing.
Yeah.
Like, do I sound fine, or do I need to like step closer to the mic, or like what?
Oh, what was that?
Do I need to step closer to the mic, or like is my audio level fine?
I can maybe a little bit closer. I'm not sure if that's because I have like the volume. No, I think your volume's up a bit actually. It might just be like my voice and the game audio drowning it out a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's really funny how like Modern Rouge's voice changes like between Valley Girl,
Yeah,
between like
I think it
Minnie
was just
Mouse.
like one line. It was, and it was the emotional climax too. Shadow just saw his Shadow's about to see his his creator and his like basically like
Sister.
not really. I think they're more like I don't think honestly. So I have a complicated really like opinion on like the relationship. I do not think they're lovers as it stands right now. I when I grew up or when I first like was learning about SA2, I was reading like all the books and I saw people saying yeah they're brother and sister, and I was like okay yeah that makes sense, they were created by the same person. And then I saw that like there was like all the Japanese stuff is sort of like having like these romantic implications, and I'm like okay so I guess the American and the Japanese side of Sega aren't like really in touch with each other, because like I think the same week as like Sega of America posted that picture with the alt text that called them like long lost siblings, I think that same week they posted they also released the chapter of the Shadow Generations manga where Maria basically confesses her love for Shadow, which is like
It's
that's like such unfortunate
creepy.
timing. But I think as it stands, I don't think it's either. I don't think it's siblings or I think it's platonic soulmates sort of. It's like more. It's like closer than either. Like it's
Yeah.
not soulmates in like oh my wife is my soulmate. It's soulmates in like they sort of like
Yeah, the
he was
platonic
made for
soulmate.
her.
Yeah. I think
I don't think it should be. Honestly, I don't care if people ship Shadow and Maria anymore, because I've seen enough to know that yeah, I guess you could see it like that if you look at it, if you've seen it in a certain like light, and like just as long as you aren't like portraying it as some weird creepy incest thing. Like that's the most important part is that
I just think it's creepy no matter what, because Shadow's always like older than Maria and everything.
you can see them as siblings. You can see them as lovers, but please not both at the same time.
Yeah, I get that. I guess I just
that's my stance on that's my hot take on people. I don't really care about like shipping and all that. I'm like
yeah. I think I don't care about shipping. I think some stuff is cute. Like I've seen some cute enough Sane meet stuff, and again, I don't think any of it's like necessarily canon.
yeah.
It's just fun to theorize. I am a vexillous user myself.
Yeah, I'm not one. Actually, I do sort of get sucked into like romance plots when it pops up in like a show or something. Like I got really invested in fucking Chuck. Have you seen that show?
I don't think so.
It's this old show. You know Zachary Levi. He's sort of become like a big name.
Yeah.
Back in like
right,
2008, he was this is how I learned about him. Back in like 2008 or something, he did this like show about like this nerd guy who he sort of worked at like a sort of like a Best Buy Geek Squad sort of parody thing.
Yeah.
And he gets an email from his like old college roommate, who sort of screwed him over by cheating, by stealing his girlfriend and all that. He gets an email that downloads like this secret government supercomputer program into his like brain. It imprints like, it like flashes a bunch of like different images that are encoded with like government secrets. So whenever he sees something, like he sees like a criminal, he just like sort of has like a little like mini seizure, and he knows exactly who they are and like what they've done. But there's like this really nice like sort of like will they won't they between him and like this like CIA girl who's hired to like keep an eye on him. It's just a really I recommend that show even with all this current controversy. Honestly, I feel like Zachary Levi is just like, I don't think he's like a bad person per se. He's just really impressionable and sort of latches onto whatever belief of like the people who he hangs out with.
Yeah, that's a big thing with,
based on the Fortnite Friday stream. That's sort of the impression I got from him.
Yeah, like I think that's what happens with most.
I think that's why I'm not as like, oh, if you believe this one thing, I'm never gonna talk to you ever again. I'm gonna be like, please, if like we ever come into like direct conflict, I'm gonna be like, hey, knock it off. Like if like one of my mutuals is like, if I get the sense that one of my mutuals is kind of like a little bit weird, I won't really like directly confront them unless I see it like become like really, really prevalent and they start like to the point where they start like directly like harassing like my other like mutuals. Like I think, like you can be. Yeah, I think it's not a crime to be stupid.
Yeah, I think with that type of stuff, I think confrontation is usually the best option because like I think most people are very impressionable. I know
because I'm never gonna like if confrontation these days it always just leads to people hating each other. There's no way I'm gonna actually like if I confront someone directly, there's no way they're gonna like change their opinions. The best thing to do is to sort of, since I can pass as basically like the most like objectionable. Like I don't think I'm like a white guy, so I don't think anybody's gonna like I don't have anything like to what the hell is going on? I don't have anything like that I'm like struggling with. I don't have those like struggles that like minorities go through. So I'm able to use that sort of like I'm capable of tolerating people because I don't know what I'm saying. I feel like I'm coming off really really weird right now. I'm trying to say like I tolerate those people because I can afford to, and I can afford to just be nice to them and try and change them through like positive like interactions instead of negative.
Yeah,
like,
I think
arguing, just like being nice to them and sort of like changing them
people,
slowly.
Yeah, when it comes to people who are, you know, like spreading hate and stuff, I think that's usually the best way to go because like just spreading more hate is never a good thing. I think people can just benefit from more positive things in general. So like, I think nicely telling people down and like slowly trying to change their mind, that's a way better thing than just going on the offense immediately.
Yeah.
You know,
like I don't think I've really talked about this publicly because I know that the person who I'd be talking about would see it and sort of think I'm giving him the attention he wants. There's this. Have you seen this guy in my comments a couple times? This guy, I think his name is like Deshaun DeQuaven or something. He's got like this
Uh,
profile picture of like a black guy, and he always posts this like transphobic like Wojak hanging itself in my replies. Like,
oh, I
during
think so. Yeah.
have you seen that a couple times? He hasn't been doing it lately. Basically, the reason why that guy's so mad at me is I saw him like being transphobic to some people, and I was like, hey, I was like sickeningly like polite to him. I was like, hey, that wasn't very nice, but I believe I believe in you. You can do better. And he just got really mad at me because I just wouldn't get mad at him. And so he just started spamming every single comment, and then I accidentally friended him on Discord because I didn't know it was him. And so he kept like trying to like voice call me, and I just wasn't answering. And then when he went offline, I called him and I said, hey, sorry. As soon as he went offline, I called him and then hung up when he went back online. I said, hey, sorry, I guess I missed your calls. We'll talk again sometime. And then I never said anything to him ever again. But he kept like trying to spam me.
I think being that type of like
I think it's funny because
it's just funny.
his goal is to try and
Like,
provoke me. He wants to provoke
yeah,
me.
'cause, like people with true like hatred in their hearts, like trying to do nothing but just be a dick. I think just being like that and
He
just like
sent me like I think like probably like 15 minutes total of like Twitter like voice DMs. Like you can tell he's seething that I'm not like reacting because he can't back down because then it'll look like because then basically the way he wins is by getting under my skin, getting me really mad. But
yeah.
if I don't give in to that, if I just ignore him and just continue to be just like ignoring and then polite when I do interact with him,
I think that
never
stuff's
wins.
really funny to me.
It's so funny because like
people trying to provoke others, and it's just like being dickheads. So it's just really funny to be like sickeningly nice, like Steven Universe. you can change who you are inside. I like that. That's funny.
Yeah, because like I know it's never gonna happen, but if he does get better, that would be nice. But it's not gonna happen. But at least I can have solace in knowing that, well, he got complete because I think when I first met him, he was like harassing some person for being trans on Twitter, and but after he talked to me, I basically became like the only thing on his mind. Like he barely ever.
Yeah.
Like I looked through his replies recently. I think he's replied to I think like 98% of his replies after that incident were to me. I don't think he ever interacted with an actual minority afterwards.
It's really funny to me.
I basically just
know
distract.
like how much people like start seething, like.
I think that's
completely rent free. It's just hilarious to see.
Not to get a big pet of myself, but I think it's quite noble of me that I accidentally, completely just unintentionally just distracted a guy from harassing people.
I know that's great.
But I think the funny thing is, because he's putting in so much effort, and I'm just like ignoring it. The most effort I'm doing is screen recording all his voice messages so I can send it to my friend to make fun of him. Like there was one, he keeps saying like, there was this one where he just started singing like Mariah Carey, "All I Want for Christmas." It was like a parody. He was like, "Stop being such a fucking F slur." And then he was like, "Please open my Discord DMs." And he just kept like, he's putting in so much effort. Like there was one where you could tell he was running out of steam. He couldn't think of anything to say. He kept saying the F slur. He kept saying, F slur, kill yourself. Hey Joe, hey Joe. But I think the funniest thing is his voice. He's doing this like, you know that one like Daffy Duck guy who is like harassing that one PNG tuber? Have you seen that Have you seen that video?
Oh,
He's like,
yeah.
I need to do a face reveal. No, I don't care. He's like doing like a faux like wannabe moist critical impression. He basically sounded like that.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I need to.
Because he's trying to
It's just
sound
like
like
Smash
nonchalant, like he
Bandicoot
doesn't
levels
care.
of insanity. It's like Smash Bandicoot levels of insanity.
Yeah, it's not even that because he's trying to make it sound like he doesn't care about me, but really,
Yeah,
he's just
when you're
desperate.
messaging somebody nonstop for like.
Because he knows if he gives up, I win. Because I've successfully tired him out, and he never got the reaction he wanted. It's
Yeah. I love that little animation when Sonic hits the ground and he just like
yeah, he just squash and stretches.
yeah, and his arms just flail around in circles. That's pretty good.
I want to see if
I've been playing Smash Bros recently. Just like been playing um Ultimate recently, just because I've been bored and have nothing else to do. But I think next game they should do kind of like a soft reboot of some kind. It's of some kind.
yeah, I don't really. I have really high hopes for the next game because clearly they've. It's just like an uphill thing. I think I just want to let them cook for now. I'm curious about
Yeah,
Crossworlds. I
ultimately
really want to
they
know what the fuck Professor Tori is doing.
Yeah, I don't.
What
I
I
don't know
think
what
is I think
about.
because we know it's I think it's related to like the new lore team there because they hired Evan Stanley as an official lore artist. What I'm thinking is they're I think they're gonna be trying to do they're gonna try and do some sort of like official like lore guide, like a history of because she's a historian, like in Sonic 3, like like the text above her head on the billboard that translates to "Let's learn history together." And then I think even her the book that she's on, it's like a history book. So I think it's gonna be like maybe a book, or maybe even like is like maybe like an official book like the encyclopedia, but more like it's more like oriented towards like the lore of the games instead of or, like the world of the games instead of the games themselves. Either that or it could be like a website. It would. I really wish they brought that. I really want like cool like stylish websites to come back, like homestarrunner.com or fucking Professor Garfield, that sort of shit. Because it's HTML5, that should be way more powerful than Flash, shouldn't it? Because it's but I've never seen anybody do something cooler than like old Flash sites. It's all simplistic.
Yeah, I think like
I think it's because everything has to be like formatted for phones, so they can't just like make it like a one size. They have to make sure it works. I think the one solution could be to just make a lighter, a different like layout for like mobile users, but that's like a bit too much effort, I guess, because they have to do that for every single web page. But it would be nice to go back to that like old style. Did you?
One thing I am confused about, because I don't really know much about this Professor Tori stuff, but one thing I did notice is that like for some reason in the original trailer, because people were going insane because that one TV spot where she appeared in. And I was like, that has to be fake, right? Because it was just posted by some random guy on Twitter.
No, it was posted on the Sega channel. It was like on the Paramount channel. It was like an unlisted ad spot.
I didn't see it from there. I just saw it like originally uploaded by somebody on Twitter, and I thought, oh, that must just be some fake somebody sent to rile people up. Because I checked the original Sonic 2 trailer, and in that scene there was nothing there, so I was like, oh, that has to be fake. And I saw the movie, and I edited
so much,
and I was like, what could that be?
So much of the like the early trailers. God damn it! So much of the early trailers, they looked finished, but they ended up being like a bit tweaked for the final game or the final movie.
Yeah.
Like even even stuff like the like them jumping out of the helicopter, that was like completely re-rendered. It's like a higher FOV or something.
Yeah. I think like I think Sonic 3 was like nearly perfect, honestly. Like there's not much about it that I didn't like.
Yeah. I don't.
Literally, my biggest complaint
I
with
don't
it is that they didn't. My biggest complaint in the entire movie is that they didn't say like "I found you, Faker," because that would have been perfect.
I guess because I guess it wouldn't make sense because they don't have like the whole like Sonic being mistaken for someone else plot. And like I guess in SA2 it sort of has a bit more like meaning because Shadow is technically a fake hedgehog because he was an artificial life form.
I get that. I'm just like
I do
I like to set it up at the beginning, like when he first finds Shadow, like calling him like new hedgehog, like.
Yeah, I think that's a. I think that's a
like.
good,
I think you could have definitely like put in the "I found you, Faker" thing during like the motorcycle chase. That would have been fun.
I think
I do like that they did the low budget flights thing. That was good though.
I think calling him a new hedgehog. I think that's a decent like stand-in for fake hedgehog. Like that's a good nickname for him. I guess it wouldn't be. I guess it's not going to make sense later because he's not going to be new anymore the next time they meet.
Yeah, I like I like the movie Sonic design a lot.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the only thing that I wish they didn't do is just make his arms blue. I didn't. As much as I don't care about the I care a lot about minor design details on Sonic because all the little things add up. But like when it comes to blue arms, like whenever people redesign Sonic, I don't care about it. I just don't like it on regular Sonic. But it just makes me so mad that like it was so unbelievably close to just being Game Sonic in real life, but they just changed that one little aspect.
I think it's mainly because Game Sonic's arms they were designed to be sort of like these cartoony little like noodles poking out and even in like the modern models they're sort of like it's sort of like a hedgehog like bodysuit sort of thing. Like you can see they're like stuck into a socket for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's surprising. But I think like some people say that like the reason they changed it is because his arms are just like noodles sticking out of his body, and that like it gives him like actual shoulders. But like
yeah,
you can get them the actual shoulders, but just color it tan.
They probably did toy with the tan arms, and they just found it they didn't think it worked as well. Like I have seen an edit.
I saw an edit and like
saw one. Out of all the edits, I've seen one that looks decent, and they all look just like really off-putting.
I don't know. I liked it. It just like is funny that like it was so unbelievably close to Game Sonic, but they just tweaked that one small detail, and it just throws me off a little bit. I don't know. I love movie Sonic's design. It's just funny that
honestly, I thought I could have sworn Sonic's arms like were originally like meant to be blue, but they or like the only reason they were not that they were originally meant to be blue, but they were made tan so that they could show up on the sprites easier, like how Mario has a hat.
That was like that was the thing, I think. The reason why. Because yeah, I'm not a fan of blue armed Sonic. Like it looks fine on like movie Sonic and Boom Sonic because like those are their own
Sonic.
But like
I think when you take into consideration the fact that Sonic and like maybe Amy, I guess, are basically the only characters who actually have tan arms. Like all the other characters that are like Sonic, they don't have they've got like just the same color arms. Like Knuckles has red arms. Shadow has black arms. I guess you could say the red stripe, that's sort of like his equivalent. But Silver's got white arms. Tails has yellow arms. I guess that makes sense for Tails. But it makes Sonic sort of like fit in with the rest of the cast, I guess, a bit more.
Yeah.
He doesn't stick out in the games, but I guess this sort of like makes him fit a little bit more with the rest of the later designs.
Yeah, I just think it doesn't look as good on like Game Sonic as it does on like other things. Because like with Boom and like the movie designs, it works because like that's their own separate thing, you know. But like it just makes them look less cool, in my opinion. Blue Arm just make them look like less cool, and it like looks fine with like 3D Sonic art because like it has more depth. But like with 2D Sonic art, when you make his arms blue, it just like makes it so much harder to read.
Oh yeah, I think the blue arms work best in 3D.
Yeah.
There's no, I think that's why because like Sonic Boom, that was envisioned from the ground up for a 3D like environment, for like like a CG cartoon, 3D game, that sort of thing. Yeah. Come on. Go. Alright. Lost World, this is such a weird, like, level. I always forget about it.
Yeah, me too. It's like the like the level that I forget the most about.
It's also
I completely forgot that it
called
even
Lost
existed
World
when
for
we
some
talked
reason.
about Ice Cap. When I was talking about Ice Cap like an hour ago, I just completely forgot this level even existed. Yeah, this is probably like the least good Sonic level.
Yeah, or it's the least memorable, at least.
Yeah, I literally completely forgot it even existed.
Whoa.
I think it'd be interesting to see, like, because, like, I don't know, there's some vibe about it. I don't know if it's, like, in the game engine itself or if I'm just absolutely insane, which, I mean, like, there's a good chance about that.
Yo, Fleshman.
I'm a Sonic fan after all. But, you just feel so much smaller in Sonic Adventure than you do in Sonic Adventure 2, you know? Like, Sonic feels like a tiny little guy in Sonic Adventure whenever you control him, but like in Sonic Adventure 2, he feels much bigger. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just.
I like Sonic Adventure 2, but I just don't like very many of the changes they make to Sonic Adventure. Even though, like, yeah, you can abuse the shit out of this spin dash. It's just like so fun to play.
Yeah, I love the spin dash in this game. It's just like it's so unbelievably fun to just like
this
absolutely.
Scene is a lot cooler than I remember. Like the red lighting. I think the GameCube port doesn't do it justice.
I do wonder if they were to remake Sonic Adventure, do you think they'd like use the stubby little proportions that they have in this game, or just remake it with
probably? I honestly probably, because I guess the game was like sort of. I guess that was like just a byproduct of them repurposing the game for from the classic models, because they started out with them, so they just sort of like retooled them to look a bit more like the modern designs.
Yeah, I think they'd probably do that. I mean, like, I do wonder if they'd add like the original voice cast back, like that would be willing to return, because like.
Well, I don't think there's any.
On one hand, they could, because like in Sonic Colors Ultimate, they got back the original
maybe
Higgins,
like some of them.
Tails.
I feel.
Yeah, of course not all of them.
So on the other hand, I think because with Generations they just recasted everybody because they couldn't get them all back. Maybe they just used the modern voice cast for an Adventure remake because maybe for the reason that like I guess they just want either all or nothing. Like they wouldn't want to just replace Roger just for one game if they're just gonna have like Dean, if they're gonna have to replace like Dean Bristow and like Tails' actor and
I
Did Amy's actor die? I forget.
I don't think so.
I think it was. I think that was just her
Walter.
Spanish actor.
Oh yeah.
What's this?
Dean Bristow is still my favorite Eggman voice.
Yeah, I like the wrist. Mike Pollock is, but Mike Pollock is. It's crazy that he's been voicing Eggman for over 20 years now. That is insane. He's just Eggman now.
Yeah, like Mike Pollock, I like his Eggman. It's just like I feel so bad about it because he's such.
My take on the controversy is he's old. He's like pushing like 60. He's set in his ways. That it's just an unfortunate like it would be better if he was able to have like a better take beyond that, but
Yeah. He was very.
I don't think he's like completely
strange.
unsympathetic, but like I think he's just like, because like I don't want to get too political here, but like you gotta understand that the reason why a lot of the older generations, even the more like left leaning like ones, like Mark Hamill and all that, the reason why they lean a bit more towards like Israel is because Palestine has had like a lot of like really bad press for years, because like there was a bunch of like horrible, like very public terrorist incidents committed in its name, like because people were like being selfish and like trying to like, they were like having like these big, they were doing this like atrocious things and then saying that it was all for this country who probably did not want that negative attention because they're already going through a lot.
It's
like they bombed, like they
like,
stormed the fucking Olympics and like kidnapped a bunch of like Israeli athletes and like executed them while like not, I don't think it was like filmed, but like they executed them, like they killed like a bunch of people like during the Olympics. That's probably enough to like sour a bunch of people on it, and then when in come 2024 and like now there's like actual like there's some pretty good reasons to, it's easier to like see like the full situation and see like the plight of the Palestinian people and see that Israel's been
it's easier now just because like sources are way easier to find now than they were back then.
To learn about the conflict beyond just what you see on TV back in the like 80s, you had to like go to a library, you had to like research stuff, and even then it's hard to like find everything.
And researching was hard back then. Now it's like just Google it, you know, like it's
so
easier now.
We're so lucky that it's so much easier to like have that sort of like have like the full picture of the situation.
Yeah, I'm shocked. That, like,
I'm.
I haven't even like.
That's why I'm more sympathetic. That's why I'm sort of sympathetic to like the older generations when they've got a little bit of a skewed perspective, because they grew up just seeing like all those like atrocities being committed, so that sort of, so they were just
I feel like,
and also there's all the whole
even if Mike wasn't like, didn't say that like children being murdered was like collateral damage.
I feel like that was like a really unfortunate just like phrasing on his part. I guess that was because like he was
that was pretty bad.
That's
but,
similar
like,
to something my grandmother said, because my grandmother was like talking about it with like my sister when I visited her. She was saying, "Oh, those terrorists are hiding behind innocent people." Even though it's like, come on, Grandma, you gotta think who's. I'm not gonna get into all that, but it's like there's definitely a sort of like they've definitely been getting like some bad press.
It's just like, even if Mike Pollock wasn't like kind of cuckoo, it like he's still very unprofessional on Twitter. So I'm shocked that like, even if like, because I know major companies do not give a shit whether or not like what you support, but like even like if they didn't, like Mike Pollock still like acts super unprofessional
Yeah, he's
on Twitter.
sort of like snarky, and sometimes it's a bit like annoying. Like when he
Yeah,
was,
like
I think he was like getting into,
TMI, man.
he gets into like a lot of like sometimes he sometimes he doesn't really need to like respond to people talking about him.
people.
Because like I think he got into like this big argument about like how he doesn't get in. When people ask him to he doesn't have to like talk about how, like when he made that video saying like, please don't ask me to put profanity in the mouths of my characters, he didn't really have to say all that. He could have just said, not done it and then never brought it up, and then just quietly said no thanks. If someone ever asked him at a convention, he didn't have to like make a big public statement. I guess it makes sense, so he doesn't have to have people asking about it constantly. How do you think he could lighten up on, like, because he's been the character for over 20 years. He doesn't have to be so like such a stickler with like, oh I only want Sega. I only want to read the words that Sega said. I don't want to make anything up myself, because it's not my place to do that. I think you know the character better than Sega knows the character at this point. Like you've been him longer than like some of the writing staff have. Like he's been Eggman since before Ian Flynn even was writing for Archie. He's that guy.
Yeah, I feel like that was mainly just like because Sega owns the character, he doesn't want to do anything that like Sega wouldn't.
I do think it was a kind of a Chad move to he handled like Chris Chan sort of like being like kind of weird at like a convention and asking him like some weird like question about his name, because he said like Chris was like Eggman spelled backwards is nam gay, and everybody was just kind of like, this is kind of awkward, and then Mike just went like, he was super professional about it. He was just like, he just went into character. He was like, well, as Shakespeare said, what's in a name? And then everybody was like, yeah, because how do you really respond to someone like Chris Chan without like, without like starting an incident and like making them freak out?
I feel like it's like, I don't know. He just acts so unprofessionally on Twitter, like getting into back and forths and stuff. Like
yeah,
I'm shocked.
It's because he just uses it too much. I think he just doom scrolls so much.
That, and he made some really weird post about being like something TMI. I don't want to say it, but like it was very strange. I don't get why he did that, but yeah, like I'm shocked that Sega hasn't even had to step in. But you know, I do think that if they were to replace Mike, I feel like the guy who played Mr. Krabs is actually really good. I saw this clip.
I feel like replacing him for someone who's even older than him, I feel like that's just setting yourself up for having to replace him again in like a few years. And I think since Clancy's so famous, that's a bit of a they're setting themselves up. I don't think they could afford Clancy Brown. That's his name, right? Clancy Brown.
Yeah. I mean,
what the fuck?
I mean,
Kirk
Kirk
fall through the floor.
Kirk Thornton, I think that's his last name. Modern Shadow. He's like pushing like, I think he's like
55.
Hold on, let me look it up.
It's crazy, but I guess age doesn't always have to. I guess age isn't always a factor, because like Jim Carrey is 63 and he was hitting all those moves as both Eggman and Gerald.
Yeah,
that is insane. like Jim Carrey still. I like how this also. This didn't just. Jim Carrey and Sonic 3. It's such a miracle that even happened, because he was like done with acting. He was retired. I think someone even. I think I even heard he was like sort of depressed and he lost his passion for the craft. And then when he came back for Sonic 3, it like reignited his desire to be an actor. And so he went back to
Sonic single-handedly.
and now I think during the press tour he kept cuz he hates doing sequels, but now he's talking about like what he would do if they asked him to come back for like all these other things he's done, like Grinch 2 is never going to happen, but it's crazy that now he's willing to entertain that idea, even though I don't think it was very critically acclaimed when it came out, and because he was like, yeah, I'd totally come back if they wanted me, just as long as they don't make me wear that damn fursuit, fucking CIA torture machine. Just replace me with CGI, and yeah, I'm good. Gladly. I think it's insane that I think that's one of Jim Carrey's like best performances. Like this is I think it's like it just feels like he just time traveled back from the 90s. It's just
he is so good. I love.
As I was watching it, I was trying to see like where I was trying to see if I could tell. I was trying to see if I could tell like where like they were like editing like between. If I could tell that they weren't in the room. I could not tell. Like there were parts where you could see both their faces and they were touching each. They were like touching each other, like they were holding hands, or like Gerald was like giving Robotnik like a bald noogie, and he was and Eggman was like reacting to it, like he was like his head was moving along with Gerald's hand. I was like, how the fuck did they do that?
Like,
Jeff
yeah,
Fowler,
I know, it's so insane because like it feels like I thought going into it that it was gonna be super distracting just because like
it feels like they cloned
Jim
him.
Carrey interacting. I thought that was gonna be way too much like goofiness, and I thought it was gonna be like too distracting having two actors be played by the same guy.
Yeah, that you couldn't.
But,
I could not tell.
But I couldn't even. I didn't even.
If you told me they figured out a way to clone Jim Carrey, I would have. That would be more plausible than.
Yeah, it's like.
I think that's actually more plausible to me than them just being able to somehow not only figure out the logistics of like timing each movement to something that was filmed like a day before, and syncing those performances together, but just like making it like so seamless.
Yeah, it's insane to me that like
it's
that it even was.
And it's also crazy. These movies, these are Jeff Fowler's first like directing jobs. Like he's never directed a live action movie.
I thought he would have been like. I thought he would have been like super famous.
I thought honestly, the first movie, I'd assumed that he was like one of those like well-established like comedy writers or like directors. Like I thought he'd be like the type who had done like a bunch of those like pretty well-received like family like 2000 mid-2000s movies. Like I thought he would be the kind of guy who would have directed like Alvin and the Chipmunks or A Diary of a Wimpy Kid, or I don't know if I can what's another like really good like mid-2000s like comedy. I don't know any movies from that era. Weird. Fuck. Shoot, I just lost my train of thought with that freaking awful and fallen. I just remembered. I've talked about this on Twitter a couple times, but I have a really cool idea for when they do the something that I feel like saying it, talking about it publicly means that if they see it, they won't be able to ever do it because they would be technically taking an idea from a fan. But they'll never. They wouldn't do that. They probably wouldn't see it anyway. I hope they do like a dual adaptation of both Shadow 05 and Shadow Generations. Like Black Doom comes back, and he wants Shadow to help him invade Earth because that's why he sent him to down on the meteor. And as like a bargaining chip, he brings back Gerald and Maria from the past. Like not Gerald not like the insane like evil Gerald from movie 3, but like the kind-hearted, like a lovable goofball like grandpa guy. And because you know in Shadow Generations you sort of saw like Shadow was a little bit taken aback when he saw Gerald because he was like, yeah, this is the guy who tried to use me to basically destroy the planet. He literally went inside my brain and rewrote my memories. But they don't really elaborate on that much. So I think having like a spin-off that comes like, because Shadow Generations, it's been like 20 years since like the last like Shadow game, and I think and I think for the Shadow for a Shadow spin-off, it would be like it since movie 3 just came out, and the spin-off would probably be pretty hot off its tail. I think that gives them a chance to like expand on it because it's fresh in Shadow's mind. It's like a fresher like scar, like it wasn't like just like the insane like mental lapse of like a dying man who died like years before he could like correct his mistake. He was directly being like mentally manipulated by Gerald and like convinced to do these convinced to help him like destroy the planet. So seeing like that person who basically tried and hold on. Seeing Gerald come back and not being anything like that person who that angry person who brought out the worst in him, I think that would be like a really interesting like conflict. I think it could work. I think it would even like enhance the narrative of the original Shadow Generations. Elevate.
I think the Egg Viper is it's a fun boss when you really get into the groove of it.
That combined with like the sort of like world ending like or like high stakes like Shadow the high stakes like story of Shadow 5 like with Black Doom and all that could be like interesting if they figure out how to sort of like mix those two together. I
think they have a lot of potential for a Shadow spinoff.
I do wonder if they. I can't.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I do wonder if they'd get Keanu back for a Shadow spinoff, though.
I think Keanu is interested in coming back. I think the main thing is like the budget.
Yeah, true.
I hope they do make it a movie.
Barely had enough budget to have Knuckles in the show at all.
Oh, you're still echoing. I don't know what's causing that.
Hello? Is this good now?
Yeah, it's still echoing. Oh, not sure why. It's been like that for a while, but I think it just suddenly got worse.
Okay, how's it sound now?
A look, it's there's still an echo, but it's better. It's not like there's not as much of a delay, so it's it's not as like hard to hear.
Good.
Fuck.
Yeah, I think this boss fight's really fun when you get into the.
It's just because I keep like taking stupid risks. It's like the death egg. The death egg is super easy if you just like only hit him when he lands and leans over, but you keep trying to like hit him when he hits the like crux of his the middle of his stride, and so you get hit and you just die.
Yeah. I think I think most bosses in this game are pretty solid. Like, not character boss fights aside, I think it's pretty decent.
Yeah.
And this I need to play Sonic Adventure again. I beat it the entire thing in like a week a little bit ago, and it was probably just the final story in itself is so good. I hope they take cues from the final story in Sonic 4 or something. Like,
I
I do think Sonic 4 should loosely adapt Adventure. I just want to see Chaos in live action. Chaos is badass.
Yeah. Maybe they'll just do like a completely original story that just takes like a bit from everything. I mean, that's basically what they're doing already.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I do wonder if Silver will be there. I doubt it.
Like I feel like people are a bit too harsh on like the movies for not being as close to the games as possible, because like they've got all these brilliant like creatives on the team, like Jeff Fowler, Pat Casey, T.J. Miller, Ben Schwartz with his like improv. I think it would be a waste to just have them and then force them to just stick exactly to like what came before.
Yeah.
Because like even I wish they would use more like game motifs, but I don't want it to be like the Mario. I don't want it to be as like extreme as the Mario movie with like everything just being like a rearrangement. Because I think there's a lot more going on in like a Sonic movie. There's a lot more like Mario movies, like a bit more of a light-hearted like romp sort of thing. Like you don't have to. It's okay if you get a little bit distracted by the arrangements of the game music, but like if you're getting distracted by the Sonic, by like the fucking I don't know, if like they start playing like Ice Cap, while or Hidden Palace when like if when Tails was talking about the owls and the echidnas, and they started talking about and they started playing like an arrangement of like Hidden Palace from Sonic 3. I feel like that would distract you from the entire like plot, because you'd be like, oh, that's Hidden Palace, that's the music I remember. But I do think they should have like, for the parts like the action scenes where there isn't really much to be paying attention to, there's like I think they could be like using a bit more of like game motifs, like for the my dream would be them choosing to use hard times during the snowboarding scene, or at least like
yeah, that would be a fun like both reference and needle drop at the same time.
Yeah, but I mean technically it's the band doesn't exist anymore and it's an unreleased song, so it might be hard to get like the rights for it. Or I guess they could use I have seen a lot of pretty good edits that use the I forget what it's cool. It's like Cool Something Breezy, like the Ice Cap theme from
yeah, Adventure.
That could. Oh, I gotta be careful, because yeah, this comes out of butt fucking nowhere.
Yeah, I've been working on like a little project just to keep my mind busy, like while I like between scripts I write for videos and stuff, and like scripts for my own web series I've been working on. Like in between doing all my other junk, I've just been working on this little project where I take some scenes from the various Sonic movies and just put game songs over them.
I think
Like, of course, it's not high art or anything, but I think some of them could have been
I love
really
I
cool.
love those little edits. Though I have to admit, I don't think it. I think if the actual movie had those like just needle drops constantly, it would just get really like it would have to be like a. I don't think it could be. I don't think just like a simple like fan edit. It would have to be like a full like rescore like orchestra. Like it would have to like be like done in a way that it's sort of like an orchestral with like. It would just have to be like redone to like have those motifs, but also fit what's happening on screen. Because those songs weren't made for the screen like the orchestra was.
Yeah, I think yeah, I agree. Like, I saw this person rescore the Sonic 3 post credit scene, and it was really good. I think people should take some sort of inspiration from that, where like it's remixed versions of the things from the games. I mean, I think the Sonic movie score in general should just take a lot more rock elements. Sonic as a franchise has had a lot of rock scores. That's like their main motif.
I feel
and like
sorry. I feel like the reason why I don't mind like Junkie's like more like original compositions and like they're all more like epic orchestral is, although I would prefer he used like a bit more like I like what he did in Sonic 3. He had like a lot more like rock and even a little bit in Sonic 2, like when Eggman was like talking to Knuckles. I think there was a part where it just did like this weird like techno like rap beat sort of thing. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like when he went
yeah.
Earth is my turf, G. There was like this weird like trap beat in the background. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. I just wish they'd take more musical influence from other genres, because just orchestral, I like orchestral, but like it's in every single other film ever, and I think it just make it stand out more, you know?
Yeah, I think
especially with superhero movies, which the Sonic movies take a lot of inspiration from. I feel like it would stick out a lot more if they did something unique, like with the score, to have like some sort of rock or techno type vibe like most Sonic songs, instead of just like the same boring orchestral soundtrack you hear in every single Marvel or DC project ever.
I guess I do understand like the reason for it. Like they don't want to like have this for a movie where they're trying to like. I guess they don't want the music to be like that like big of a like I guess they don't want the music to like distract from like like the plot and like the characters and all that. I do think they could. I think they went a little bit extreme with it on like the first couple of movies. I hope they just keep going in the direction they're doing, where they just have like Tyson Hess just poking Junkie like, hey, you should ask them to let you put this in. You should.
Yeah.
I think it's not like a it's not that Junkie's a bad like musician composer, because like his arrangement of the Eggman theme from Unleashed when the Eclipse Cannon is being launched, that goosebumps. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Like when it started slow.
Live and Learn is super sick too.
When it started slow and then after it finally like completely rose out of the ground, it just went like into full like what's the musical term for it? The Italian term. It was like hold on. Music term get star. Accelerando. It went into like that full like accelerando, like full blast, like dun 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 dun, dun, dun like that was
that was sick. I also just really like his version of Live and Learn. I wish there was a full version of that. I would rock the hell out to that.
Yeah, because he's
not a bad composer. I just wish he would take more musical influence from the actual games that he's adapting into.
I guess he just isn't as much of a fan of the game, so he doesn't know that doing like, because he does like to, based on what I've seen of his like other stuff, he does like doing like a bit wackier like people talk about like the AI thing. I think there's like a misunderstanding of what he actually meant by that, because he was using like that RVC voice changer to you know how it's like you like train it off of like one person's voice and then apply it to another as like a voice changer. He was doing that but with instruments instead of people's actual voices. Like he was like training it on like a drum beat and then applying it to like a trumpet or something. I don't know.
I think
because I think it was just like a clickbait title that people ran with because they didn't read the article.
yeah. I like the Finn images after every story. Those are nice.
Yeah.
For the longest time on Twitter, my profile picture was the Sonic Finn image.
Yeah.
Radiates mad vibes.
Yeah. I should try I should do Windy Valley. Oh yeah, I was talking about this earlier, I think before you joined. Hold on, I think it's easier to hear. It's the person saying the train headed for Station Square will be departing soon. That guy sounds like the Fitness Gram Pacer Test guy.
It does. Yeah. The Fitness Gram Pacer multi-level stage aerobic capacity test.
It progressively gets more difficult as it continues.
It's
burned into my mind.
Yeah, the shit's like terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to I need to just play more adventure, because I think if I just play it more, then I'll like, because I feel like adventure is one of those games that is just endlessly replayable no matter what.
Yeah.
Like 10 unique gameplays, not 10, but like there's quite a few unique gameplay styles. There's so many levels. There's endless exploration. It's like one of those games where like I have never gotten sick playing Sonic Adventure.
Yeah. Speaking of gameplay styles, one thing that I've always thought is, because I think I was saying this like earlier back when you first joined, and I think I just got completely off topic and forgot about it. I'm of the opinion that I think everything should have like their own little like I don't think anything should be like gone forever in the Sonic series. I think they should, like, even if it's not like complete, if it's not like everything going on all at once. Like I don't want like all the convoluted mess of Archie lore, but I would like some of the more fan favorite characters to like make a return. Like as long as it's done in a way that isn't like just like slapped on. Like I'd love like a story where Eggman like takes over like this far off kingdom, and Sonic comes across it, and he teams up with a bunch of like local freedom fighters to help free it, and that's how you sort of introduce like Sally and Rotor and Bunny and etc. etc.
Yeah, I do like that idea. That is sick. I think another one that I saw on Twitter, which I actually like insanely vibe with, where like it's like Sonic Generations, but they come across Sally.
Oh,
yeah. I saw that comic on Twitter. It was so cool. I even saw like on YouTube. There's somebody who made like a remix version of the Sad AM theme, but like with lyrics talking about how. Yeah, it was sick. I love that. Like that concept is just super cool to me.
Yeah. I like that.
Like Sonic doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know who this lady is and why she's crying at the sight of him. But like, he rolls with it. You know, it's cool.
Yeah. I think I just preferred that. Rather than have like a multiverse thing, I prefer them. God, I fucking wish they gave Archie like a proper conclusion. I wish they gave like the writers at least like notice before like shutting them down, because there was this amazing like classic Sonic series based on Mania that just got completely canned right before they published the final like part to it, because it was like a 3-parter, and then they never released the third part. It was like completely like scripted and penciled, but they just never finished it, or they just never like got to like release it.
Yeah.
I think that in a perfect world they'd give like Ian Flynn and like some of the other people from Archie like the opportunity to just like sort of conclude the stories they were going for with preboot and reboot Archie. Just like a sort of like not like a full on continuation, just like a way to sort of wrap it up. Like they,
Yeah,
just
I
to
do
get
think
out
that
all their
like
ideas.
since Sega owns like the Freedom Fighters and stuff. Again, I'm not like the biggest Archie Sat.AM guy. I like the
I
intro to
haven't really
Sat.AM.
seen much of Saturday.
That's where my interest in Sat.AM kind of dips off after the intro ends. But like, I think the characters themselves are pretty neat. Like, I'd love to see them return, especially for like the big fans of the characters. Like, there's this dude on Twitter that has been going on this like for 5 years straight. Rally for Sally.
Oh yeah,
They've been
Sally
going
for
on
all.
for like 5 years now, just begging Sega to add her back.
Yeah.
And it's like, you own the characters. Nothing's stopping you.
Yeah, I don't think there's any like downside to. I feel I don't like it when people act like it would be a bad thing for them, because it's only a bad thing if they handle it poorly.
Yeah,
Like
I mean, like Lanolin is essentially just Sally at this point, but like, yeah.
I thought she was sort of more of like I always saw her as more of like this I mean, I guess because she's sort of like a leader type who doesn't put up with Sonic's bullshit. But I feel like she's more like, she reminds me a bit of like Frank Grimes. Like she's like aware of Sonic's like main character energy, and she doesn't like it.
Yeah, I think yeah, I think they should just bring back the Freedom Fighters. I am the #1 Bunny Rabbit fan in the world.
Yeah, they don't even have to be like a. I don't even need them to be like. I just want them to be like there. I think one of the Forces prequel comics, they snuck them in there as like a background like picture. Then Sega yelled at them.
That's cool. Hold on, let me look that up.
I think as much as I love Snively, I don't think there's a way for them to properly like introduce him back, because we already know about like most of like Eggman's relatives, and if Snively's like not really something that Eggman would like just suddenly take on as like a henchman like early on. Or,
Yeah.
like, so late.
Oh, yeah, I see that now. Sally and Bunny Rabbit are both in like little pictures next to Rouge. That's fun.
Yeah. Apparently, I haven't seen Sad AM, so I don't really know how annoying. Because apparently people didn't like Antoine because they found him like annoying. And I haven't like fully read Sad AM, or I mean read Archie and watched Sad AM. So I don't really know how much I relate to that. But I just think he's really funny in all the clips I've seen. Like the scene where Snively tortures him by preparing French food really poorly. Have you seen that? Have you seen that clip?
I don't like Snively. That's like all the other characters in like Archie and Sad AM completely fine. I don't know much about them, but I am fine with their existence. Snively as a character makes me violent.
Because I think it makes you what?
It makes me violent. I hate that stupid thing.
Well, like what about him? Like his personality, or his like just his design? Because
I'm joking, but I just do not vibe with him. He's a disgusting creature.
Yeah, I think that's like sort of the intent. I really like in the comics they gave like a I think they gave like Shadow like his own sort of like Neo Maria sort of thing. It's like another relative of I think it's like Snively's sister. It's like so Eggman's niece. Her name is like Hope Kintabor. She looks a lot like Maria, but she's got like these orange overalls, or like orange shirt and like overalls. So she's sort of like, because Archie Shadow is a very different character, because they didn't have much information about him when they were trying to adapt him, so they didn't really know how to approach him. Like,
yeah,
Maria was like this brown-haired girl who didn't know him very well. She just saved his life.
Yeah, I do wonder how different art like if Fleetway got to continue up to Sonic Adventure 2. I do wonder how different Shadow would be there.
Yeah. What am I missing?
Because they like mildly adapt. They mildly adapted Adventure, and that's like
Yeah, they
it.
didn't adapt Adventure 2 at all. They just like showed like the beginning and then said that the games are what happens next, even though that could never work because it is a very different world already.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
All right.
anyway,
I think I'm gonna head off here.
yeah, I think I've finished the story, so I guess I'll save like the extras for like a special like eighth or seventh no eighth stream because it's 6 characters final story and then just getting all the achievements.
Yeah, yeah. Remind me when you like ping me when you do another stream because I actually really like doing these.
Yeah, I might do one next because I've got a lot of like schoolwork because we had a snow. I'm in Tallahassee. We had like they canceled every day of school this week because of snow. It's snowing in Florida. It's fucking insane.
Yeah. All right. This was fun. Yeah. I'll see you next time.
All right. Yeah, I'm sort of like, yeah, I think I'm tapped out for now. I wonder what's up here. Just gonna stick around for like 2 seconds and then I'm gonna hop off. I don't think anybody's here right now. If anybody's in the chat, speak now or forever hold your peace. Alright, I think this is a good place to leave it off for now. So I will see you eventually. I gotta see when I don't have like homework because I've got like fucking so much work I've been procrastinating on. I've got to study Japanese. I gotta study computer. I gotta study a whole lot of shit tomorrow. I guess there's only one thing to say. I'm not gonna do that bit. Alright,
Better get going.
yeah, I